Peasants of all alike. And let me set up. Where's my caption bar at? Royalties.
Man, I just hit the live. So
terrible.
You want to introduce it or you want me to do it?
You can introduce, sir.
All right. Well, hey, how's it going, people? It's me, guy on the internet who doesn't life reviews, and King Tashawn, or Tashawn. We're doing a week of wrestling thought/review or whatever. Just my camera. And I guess, Tashawn, you probably want to introduce yourself to the people.
I am the king of review, sir. You should never besmirch my name again. Thus, T-Shawn the One is no more. King of review is my name. Yes, peasants. All of you peasants. Internet troll peasants. Mark peasants. All of you should know my name is King of review. Speak on, peasants. Speak on. Let's see here. Yes, that's right. The king is talking.
Yeah.
Continue.
So, where would you want to start here? What company?
The king will talk, and the king will start whenever the king wants to talk and start too.
Can I sit on in the
But anyways, saying it to everybody, this is a week of wrestling with T-Shawn the One, aka King of Review, and my peasant colleague. Whatever your name is, that person.
Guy on the internet, yeah.
Oh, yeah, guy on the internet. Week of wrestling will be capturing and talking about and describing everything that's been going on so far, the whole week of wrestling. If we missed something, that's what you guys in the comment section are supposed to do. You talk about shit that we missed, or you talk about shit you want to bring up. But some of this is freehand, some of this is premeditated conversation. And I think we have a very exciting, interesting week of wrestling because breaking news, I guess we can put it into context. WWE has the highest, the lowest ratings it has had in a long time with some 2 million some odd views. It's a very, very big time low that they're having, and apparently Vince McMahon is highly pissed off. He's upset. He's taking more steroids as we speak right now. So with that being said, it's also floating around out there that a lot of big name stars are suspected to be appearing in following weeks of Raw. I guess they're going to have to try to boost these ratings up, which, as me and America was talking about, which is kind of pointless because they're going to get back to the same bullshit formula, which a lot of people have already lost hope in WWE, which kind of hits our discussion, which we're going to get into. Hell, if you were a counterpart or a rival promotion, knowing that WWE's ratings have declined heavily right now, what is your next move? Being a rival promotion, what do you do next? What do you do exciting? Because apparently now people want another option. If folks are now viewing WWE very less than what they were at first, I mean, let's keep it real. I mean, USA Network is pulling in 5 million, over 5 million people regardless. So, but if you're a WWE product and you're only pulling in 2 million some odd views and hits, 2 million and plus, it's not a good look. It's like TNA doing only 100,000 only, and that's bad. It's not good at all. So, American, how do you feel about WWE getting low ratings on Raw?
It's their own fault for putting out such a crappy product. People say people that they're going to ride with WWE forever, no matter what happens. Obviously not. If they keep getting low ratings like this, people are just going to get tired, and they're either going to stop watching wrestling or hopefully go to other products. I mean, you can only feed somebody shit for so long before they say, hold up, I don't like that shit.
That is true. That is very real true. One thing that how I feel about it is, well, I don't feel no type of way. I just feel like basically I've kind of lost hope, and the direction is until I see them actually building new stars, basically. You know, then I'll feel much better. But it's like they'll be in the making of building someone, but only it's not really a building. It's like it was building them up to set them up for something of a John Cena smash them down. It's like this. The only reason why they're making new talent is just so they can feed them to somebody.
Kevin Owens debuts, and what's the first thing he does? Job out to John Cena. And
job out to John Cena. Like what do you for what? You know, John Cena doesn't need nobody to job out. I mean, I guess. It's kind of rough that we start off the topic talking about WWE because it is a very appalling topic that'll have you feeling some kind of way very quickly because you kind of wonder, man, this is perceivably the biggest promotion, biggest company, and arguably the best company to work at and be at. But yet they are putting out such shitty product, you know. And I once broke it down into the understanding of why they are the way they are, you know, because of the sponsors, and they can't, you know, they have to comply with the people that are funding them, that are actually putting the money into the product, you know. But gosh, is it really worth it? I mean, man, it's just some shitty product, and that's why I kind of laughed at people that don't want TNA to succeed or the successes to happen for them because, you know, they feel like WWE should be the only one around. But I mean, the proof is in the pudding. If people were so loyal to WWE, such as like I've been, because even I still viewed Raw this past Monday. But if the ratings are showing that they're heavily declined, apparently everybody's not as loyal as we thought they were. So something's wrong, you know. Or maybe everybody was busy doing something else, but to decline that, because usually they would average, you know, into the 4 millions to the 3 million, you know, 5 million. They're in that range, but now that they're going way below average, man.
Was football on? I don't even think was Monday Night Football on. I don't even think that was on. Was it?
But WWE, they always pride themselves off beating Monday Night, even football. You know, keep it real. They always pride themselves off beating football. You know, like, oh, the higher ratings. They always broadcast highlight that they were the number one top viewed, whatever, and all that type of. They brag about all that shit. So, you know, it wasn't supposed to matter to, especially a WWE product. It wasn't supposed to matter if another sports show was on or whatever was on. You know, they usually trump them, and it doesn't look like they did that. But
I don't think they were on Monday. I don't think football was on Monday. What the fuck? What the fuck is? I'm looking at a little bit of NXT. What the fuck is the girl that with Enzo and Big Cat? What the fuck did she just do? Like, did you just have a seizure in the ring? We're talking about NXT, but it's only going to get worse when if football really does start up, though.
Yeah, because apparently it seems like people are looking for looking for another option or something else to do, because if ratings have went that damn low, for those who don't know, if ratings have went that low with WWE, apparently it's not a good look. You know, it means people are looking for something else, and apparently the people are speaking up that they're tired of the shitty work. I mean, I think what really set it up, maybe. Now this is just my speculation or opinion. I believe that basically Night of Champions may have had something to do with this. People that view Night of Champions, because Night of Champions was, that particular pay-per-view was such a god-awful mess. I mean, it was
okay. The New Day was the best part of the show. Yeah,
sadly, that I heard the cries of so many complaining about Night of Champions that I believe Night of Champions is the sole reason that WWE has such a shitty low ratings. I think people have finally started to give up on WWE. You know, maybe they'll be back next Friday, Monday, maybe. But I believe Night of Champions really pissed people off. You know, because it just honestly it was god awful. You could not watch Night of Champions. I don't know what the fuck that was about. It was completely shitty, and Raw topped it off to be even shittier. So I can just imagine the decline and distaste that people had for WWE Raw. For those who didn't see it, I mean, it's not even worth giving a review. That's why I didn't even care to give it a review about it. I just feel like, you know, we'll just be, all you'll hear is a bunch of us bitching about the fucking product.
Well, to Sean, it doesn't matter because it has still had better ratings than TNA.
I mean, when you draw in the comparison, like me and a friend was just talking about movies that came out. We were just talking about just a quick reference or example. We was talking about Jurassic World that did major numbers. And we talked about Straight Outta Compton. Straight Outta Compton did massive numbers as well. We said which one was the most successful movie that came out this year, and he was like, "Well, Jurassic Park." And I was like, "Well, I kind of think Straight Outta Compton." You look at the budget. You know, Jurassic World had a major. They had to spend a lot of money for that movie, and they made in money. But let's think about who really won. Straight Outta Compton, they didn't have no A-list actors. You know, everybody on there was unknown like a motherfucker. And the budget, I mean, they had to spend the money. They didn't have to spend very much. So they made all profit. Jurassic World spent a lot of money. Hell, look who was directing it, Steven Spielberg. So a lot of money was spent making that movie. A lot of money was not spent making Straight Outta Compton. So who do you think really won? So looking at, let's go to TNA. Their objective, they're already the highest rated show on Destination America. So only thing they got to do is a fucking hell. They can get a 100,000 views and they're still successful. You know, it doesn't take them that much to do ratings where they are. So they're straight, and they're averaging 300,000 views. So they're well above expectation. So in their realm, they're really doing 3 million within that station, because remember, that particular network doesn't reach out that far to, you know, every home. So therefore, they are actually doing big numbers, but except they're doing the biggest numbers they can do with that particular station. Let's be honest with it. You know, station doesn't go that fucking far. Now we looking at WWE, was on a USA network.
What shows a lot?
Oh yeah.
5 million, 20 million views and stuff like that. That's TV series.
So they're in a bigger, vast area. So if you like kind of did the mathematical terms as far as each, you added them up and kind of leveled them out. So okay, well they're kind of doing. They are successful. Let's just say if WWE was or TNA was on USA, that'll be trouble for WWE. You know, because then you got people that's actually gonna view and see TNA. Then they're gonna be like, you know what, I like this. I like the storylines. I'm drawing it. Oh, look, Jeff Hardy. Oh, look, this person. They're gonna notice different people, and TNA being on USA will be WWE's nightmare. Oh, that's like if TNA was to all of a sudden be on TNT, all of a sudden, you know, when WCW went off. You know, that'll be a fucking nightmare for WWE, because then you have those already fans that's already on that particular station, and now they're viewing. Hell, TNA can go to TNT right now, you know, which is a heavily known sports station as well, and a sports favorite station. So it wouldn't be a good look for WWE. I mean, because you have more people watching that particular brand, that particular station. So that can be a problem. It can be a big problem. You know, for a company like WWE, for people that say, "Oh, TNA's not a factor. It's bullshit." Is this? I mean, it depends. I mean, I'm more of a realist as far as the storylines and where things are going. But I just seeing how WWE did such how they've been going down in ratings. I don't want to hear shit about anybody talking shit about TNA. I don't even want to hear it, because WWE's supposed to. Being as successful as they are now, as big as they are, there's no fucking reason to kill any WE mark right now that want to come on talking this shit. There is no fucking reason WWE should be doing such a shitty job as they're doing. No reason. They are too advanced and too highly structured to be doing any stupid shit and putting together any shitty storylines or holding on to one superstar, John Cena, to say the fuck. They should have multiple. Go ahead, America.
I just said John. You gotta say what's on. John fucking Cena.
There's no fucking reason. There's no reason they should be doing that. I mean, I oh boy. But in other wrestling news, over there in the UK, there's been talks about different wrestling promotions touring over there in the UK. WWE has announced NXT will be now doing a tour in the UK as well, like of course the Wembley Arena, which is known TNA has dominantly staged a lot of events over there in the UK area. So a lot of people are talking about there being some competition. Maybe could it be at war or whatever? Honestly, I don't think it's gonna be a war situation like a NXT, TNA, and other vigorous companies. I think TNA is doing fine. I mean, they're pretty big in over 120 countries, so I don't think that it's gonna be a problem for TNA attendance in the UK. I don't think so.
But to Sean, they only signed a 1-year contract. I know I said they were going to get canceled in October, but now I'm saying they're getting canceled in February, and they won't get renewed even though there's it's only a 1-year contract and things can happen. I just know that they won't have a TV deal next year because Dave Meltzer told me so.
Like the King of Review has said before, look, people, a lot of things is not our concern, which I gotta abide by too. Worrying about if the TV deal is not, long as the product is out there. I mean, we're looking at TNA. Since we're talking about TNA, we're looking at TNA right now, and you're talking about a company that if they wanted to, they can be just as big, or they can go just as big. I mean, TNA is still in its baby stage. I would say TNA is in there. I would say if we give it an age process, TNA, they are in their elementary stage right now, where they're just getting ready to go to middle school. WWE is in hell, mom and daddy working stage right now. So TNA is within that stage. So you got to give them more time. Constantly, they're gonna get canceled. If they wanted to, they can skip a grade. Let's keep it real. I mean, Panda Energy, and you don't know the connection and the relationship that Dix said. I think Dix is holding out a lot. I mean, but I think she's doing that, or they're doing the right steps by letting TNA take caution steps. Don't just run too fast or jump too far ahead. You got time. You don't have to jump right ahead and say, for instance, because let's look at it. Panda Energy is pulling over $24 billion. As far as the network, that's $24 billion. So WWE is what, 800 million. So if they really wanted to, they can easily buy out a fucking station. 1 billion, buy out a fucking station and start up a station or buy into shares of a station. Put TNA on a goddamn station if they wanted to, but they're already doing well. TNA is doing well without utilizing any of that major money at all, or not putting it. They're looking at what I believe from a strategy. I believe that they're looking at what they can do without that. So if they're doing decent without that major money or that major backing from Panda Energy, they're not pulling any major just big promotion. If they're doing it just off their strength, that should tell you that this is a very powerful company to be reckoned with. They're taking them baby step process that they should be taking, before they move up to middle school, the high school of the stage of their actual existence with TNA brand. You know, those of you may watchers may not know what the fuck I'm talking about, but if you think about it, go back, watch your history of Raw. For those who, because I know that the newer, younger generation won't understand what the fuck I'm talking about. They be like, what are you talking about? I don't get it. But if you go back in time and remember Saturday main events, you will see some of them. These venues were in small ass venues. They were just like where TNA is right now. They were in small venues. Hell, Raw was not in a big ass venue. They were in train stations and shit like this. So you would see that though there were baby steps, elementary steps at first as well too. You have your occasional big venues, but a lot of these weekly episodes were in smaller venues. If you don't believe me, hell, look at WCW. Hell, I think the first Nitro was in the Mall of America. Check your history books and you'll find out for you dumb fucks that don't even know that. You know, so they wouldn't always.
No, it wasn't too, Sean. When WWE first started out, they went straight to Madison Square Garden. They sold it out.
Well, and what I threw out there WCW. Nitro was in Mall of America, you know, which is still which was big competition, big gang competition. I mean, of course, WWE. I remember they filmed Raw and they which you can pull up the Lex Luger and British Bulldog match. I think it was against the Hart Foundation. It was in a fucking damn near a fucking like a silent little small ass, like a damn gymnasium. But still, regardless, you catch my drift of it. So people gotta understand, you know, things are in a certain process with this particular company. But when you look at the disgust that people are having with WWE right now, it's open season for anybody to step up if they want to step up now and try to do something, man. Because WWE is really slipping the knocks on losing their fans, which is not good. Because Raw was I don't know what the fuck that was. I honestly don't.
Well, we can move on to the other thing because it will flow right into it. People say that since WWE Raw and their main pay-per-views are doing bad, that NXT, that's the future, that's gonna take over WWE.
Not if they're treating it the way they're treating it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's keep it real, people. NXT is not nothing new. It's been around for damn near 3 years already. So for those who have a short-term memory and don't remember, NXT was already shown in arenas, you know, and it was a shitty fucking product, you know. FCW is not a big secret as well. It's basically what NXT is now, and NXT was already NXT. Hell, if you don't remember, there was a guy named by the name of fucking Cody Rhodes that was in NXT. So it's not nothing new, you know. It wasn't the future then. It's still not the future now. And the way they treat it is though like it's a fucking campground, and it's the way they present stars is fucking ignorant. I mean, how you gonna bring in a star and then change up the whole gimmick that they were over where they were in NXT, and you bring them over and you turn them into something fucking else? That's just not. It doesn't make any fucking sense, in my opinion.
I think the only person that has stayed kind of the way that we're in NXT is maybe Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, which is heavily over. I mean, you know, don't get me started about Bray Wyatt. I mean, just fucking gold. You know, he should be at excuse my language, but he should be at an Undertaker back in the days level. The guy is fucking phenomenal. He's a hell of an actor. He stays in character. You know, at least he stays in the character when it counts. You know, I understand that people might say, well, he jumped out of character when the guy hit Roman Reigns with the briefcase, but that's different. That's down to life or death. You don't know what that fan could have did, but he stays in the character. He's fucking phenomenal on the mic. He's everything that you can ask for within a superstar. You know, so Bray, but how they're holding him back is just fucking disgusting. That guy is. He surpassed, in my opinion, he surpassed Raven. You know, on the ring work and psychology of doing mastering a group and bringing in as a cult leader. He kicked Raven's ass. You know, my opinion. So also welcome the guests in here as well, America.
We got a guest. Let me see. I invited some people. Let's see who. We got Chase Oliver.
What's up, guys? Just heard ridiculousness that Bray Wyatt surpassed Raven as a faction leader. By the way, Cody Rhodes was never in NXT. He was only in OVW. He was never FCW guy. But hearing Bray Wyatt surpass Raven just hurt my head. I can't believe he said that.
Okay.
And
okay.
also,
hold on. When I say surpass them, honestly, you got to look at it. WWE is clearly holding Bray Wyatt back.
Or is Bray Wyatt holding himself back because he's accepting these stupid offers to do these dumb feuds? Let's not forget, WWE offers some of these guys these feuds. Bray Wyatt thinks he's some special attraction type of guy. You know, he does these dumb feuds. So and he's the one that's writing his own stuff. Remember, Bray Wyatt said it himself on a podcast. I don't take what they give me. I write my own stuff. So when it comes down to it, we could also blame Bray Wyatt.
You're only as good as the talent that's around you. Okay, now what more can a guy do? He doesn't. Now remember, he doesn't own the fucking company. He can write as much as he want to write, but still, again, the talent around you counts. Let's not be naive and think that think about it. Hogan wrote their own scripts and how they want to do it, but the talent around them was just not as high. So a lot of the shit that they did, it rubbed off. It made them look cheesy. Look at the NWO, prime example. So the shit that I'm saying that you can't put false and fictitious shit in what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the talent around them has to be just as good. So Bray Wyatt can write the beautifulest script.
But is Bray Wyatt really that good of a talent? Is he really that good of a talent? I don't think so. Let's not forget that he was Husky Harris at one point. Was he really good as Husky Harris?
Hold up. This is what I'm saying. Now you're proving my point once again. Look at how he was Husky Harris. That was no control.
How am I proving your point? I'm just saying, is he really that good of a talent?
Do you remember him as Husky Harris?
Yeah, it was funny. I remember his goofballness. Yeah, I remember him as Husky Harris.
Okay. Now, do you remember him as Bray Wyatt?
Yes, I remember him as Bray Wyatt too. I remember his promos that are scripted exactly the same.
Which one do you like better? Which one do you like, Brett? Which one do you like better? Who did the better promo?
Bray Wyatt, and that's not even a fucking argument. I don't know what you're trying to prove here. Why are you I'm just trying to say, the point is, it's the same guy. How talented can this guy really be? When it comes down to it, I know Alucard's about that.
Are you honestly trying to tell me that Bray Wyatt is not talented in far as promo, especially
only promo work, but his promos end up being the same shit.
His ring work. Hold on. The guy's ring psychology and ring work is okay. He stays in character in ring. There's a lot of wrestlers that do not stay in character in the ring.
Most wrestlers break kayfabe nowadays. This is nothing new. I mean, Bray Wyatt's ring work is pretty average at best. You can count how many good matches Bray Wyatt has had on your freaking one hand. He's only had...
Let's go back to Husky Harris. Okay, for people that may watch this or whatever like that, watch
Husky Harris and Bray Wyatt. They're the same dude. I'm just saying, how much talent does this guy really have?
Husky Harris is...
We're lowering our standards.
He fought like he was a fucking...
You're lowering your standards in today's...
He fought like he was Kevin Steen or Kevin Owens when he was Husky Harris. He was moving around as a big guy, as you're doing all types of crazy moves. But now as Bray Wyatt, it's a whole different dimension. It's a whole different dynamic. He brings in that Bray Wyatt character, that cult leader, that I'm still possessed, I'm greater than you character into the ring. He continues it.
He reinvented himself because he would stay Husky Harris.
Thank you.
He wouldn't be in WWE. He wouldn't be anywhere. He would be home.
No, so I'm not trying to be combative. I'm just letting you know that, okay, the guy has changed his role and he's dominant at his role. He's on the damn good job.
He's the only one doing it, so it's not that hard to be dominant when you're the only one doing it.
People, okay, let's pick on TNA. They've tried it with James Storm. Was it successful? Does it look good with James Storm? Okay, who does it better? Who does the cult leader version better? James Storm or Bray Wyatt?
Well, because James Storm actually had a backstory of how he got his members. Bray Wyatt, his backstory was like he found Luke Harper at a gas station. I'm
not worried about no goddamn backstory. I'm saying who
does care about that. I care about character. Well, when it comes down to it, Bray Wyatt's character is much more mysterious than James Storm, who we know has a history of being someone else besides a cult leader. It's hard to compare James Storm and Bray Wyatt because James Storm has much more of a history of seeing him on television as someone else under the James Storm gimmick and name and doing different stuff. Bray Wyatt, under the Bray Wyatt name and gimmick, has just been the same gimmick for the past... actually, no, he changed it up in FCW before he was wearing the mask, so never mind. since NXT started, he's been the same gimmick, so it's really hard to compare James Storm and Bray Wyatt. That's kind of a hard comparison to do because James Storm has all these other characters.
What the hell are you talking about? Explain me what he's saying.
I guess like in FCW, Bray Wyatt when he first debuted, he kind of had he had another guy with him or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like he lost him, then changed to NXT, and then he had Luke Harper. So he's basically been Bray Wyatt ever since then. But James Storm, who's always had those evil characteristics, like kind of cult leaderish, but he never really did it. But now he's this egotistical cult leader now in the Revolution. I guess he's trying to say that it's hard to compare them because Bray Wyatt, he's always, when you see him, he's always been that cult leader. But now, James Storm being that, it's kind of like awkward to see him doing that.
Well, because James Storm has wrestled how many years in TNA? Come on, guys, you're TNA here, 10 years, right? The last TNA original.
Okay, so
how does that stop one from? No, I'm just trying to say it's hard for me. You're trying to tell me to compare someone in Bray Wyatt who's been doing the cult gimmick for 3+ years to James Storm, who started last year and who I know under many different gimmicks and different personas. How can I compare that? Okay.
So are you telling me you one of the ones you can't compare? Say, for instance, if somebody asks you the question, who's a better heel, Seth Rollins or EC3?
Oh, EC3 is a better heel because Seth Rollins can't win shit clean. But then again, it's not by a lot. It's not by a lot for sure. Okay, well, who's the better cult leader, Bray Wyatt or James Storm? It's hard for me to say because, like I said, James Storm has a different sample size of different characters, while Bray Wyatt has been the same character for 3+ fucking years. Heel and faces you can compare easily. When it comes down to gimmicks and characters, that's hard to fucking compare. It's like saying, who's better? Well, I gotta say, Bray Wyatt. In my opinion, Bray Wyatt, he kills it. I mean, him being a cult leader, I feel it more. I believe it more. That's like comparing Kane and Corporate Kane. Steven, let me talk real quick. That's like comparing Kane and Corporate Kane right now to Abyss and Joseph Park. Oh, which one was better? It's like obviously Abyss and Joseph Park. Somebody's breaking up. Been going on longer, so.
Yeah, you have to see how this not Abyss, but this Kane thing goes. I like Kane. I like Corporate Kane because he's funny now, but I don't know how Demon Kane is gonna go because he's not that good. He's a decent wrestler now, so we'll have to see how the storyline plays out before we judge the whole thing.
Yeah, it's going to be bad because it's just going to be Seth Rollins doing absolutely nothing.
Okay, what were you saying, heel?
Everybody one at a time, because Chase is talking and you cut them off. It's like a back and forth shit. Everybody one at a fucking time.
I mean, I thought that was you that was cutting them off just a few seconds ago.
No. Before I even got on, Chase was talking, you were just cutting them off and shit. Everybody just one at a time.
What was you finna say, heel?
Nah, at the end of the day, people, let's be fucking real here. Bray Wyatt just a character. People are fond of just the character itself, the new face of fear, this and that, the promos, the whole thing of him walking to the ring and everyone putting the phones up in the air and shit. That's pretty much it. That's Bray Wyatt for you.
That's not what we're talking about.
Nah, but for real, that's the character. That's pretty much Bray Wyatt's excitement from fans.
That's it.
It's also
this way. If you've gone to a show, that's pretty much what you'll see. I'll give you an example. 2014. Extreme Rules, him and John Cena, the cage match. I was there. People, before the show even happened, getting into the ring was singing, he's got the or people were singing that shit. The moment he came out to the ring, just the entrance itself, people were marking the fuck out. Everybody put out the fucking cell phones and just lighting in the fucking air.
Okay, hold up, Chase. What's he talking about? I mean, were you making a point or you was
just the character?
He's making a point. He is making a point. He's saying. That's the only thing over about Bray Wyatt right now, which is true.
That's
the fact that he's a character.
Is there something wrong with that?
That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it, though. But there is something wrong because the guy can't really wrestle a really good match. He tends to be a little bit boring.
I'm gonna say that. Yeah.
You agree, heel?
Yeah.
Please tell me, please, Alucard, tell me how many good matches Bray Wyatt has had without the. Including Wyatt family and Shield shit, one-on-one, Bray Wyatt, storyline included and everything. Because he likes to talk about the character psychology, storyline included. Tell me, what Bray Wyatt matches are good?
He doesn't really wrestle. They haven't really given him a lot of one-on-one things aside like the John Cena ones and
Brian.
The Wyatt family.
Rumble 2014.
Rumble 20.
2013, 2014. Yeah, Rumble 2014. No.
Okay,
Whoa,
so
yeah, 2013. Him and Brian, they opened the show.
him and who?
That was him and Brian. 2013. Daniel Bryan.
I mean, of course, you think about who wrestled Daniel Bryan. If you have a bad match with Daniel Bryan, I mean, something's wrong with you, obviously.
Nah, but that's probably the only good match he had. Those are the few matches he had.
The one with Ryback.
That was which one?
The most recent one where he got a victory over Ryback. That was pretty good. He had some good matches with Roman Reigns.
It's there. Let's be honest. The good matches of Bray Wyatt, it's then in there. It's like, perfect example. It's like going into a ball pin, right? And try to find, I don't know, the green ball. That's pretty much what it's like.
But then again, he's treated
well, hell, who is good in the WWE? I mean, damn, if Bray Wyatt's character is, and I guess it's Chase is saying it, or Hill, I guess you're agreeing with Chase, is pretty much garbage. Then what the fuck? Because Bray is one of the best. I mean, he's one of the best. In my opinion, he's one of the best talents. He's one of the best produced and made talents. So
he could be a top talent, but he's not showing that. You coming on here saying he's better than Raven, that's where I'm saying to myself, hold up, time out for a minute. We talking about the same Raven, quote the Raven nevermore. When you would hear Raven, your mind would be fuck promo Raven. The Raven whose character made Tommy Dreamer, Sandman's own kid, betray him. Like, oh my God, that Raven. And like, you can't compare Raven to fuck
Sandman's wife, the one that one that, you know, again, even running TNA, serotonin.
Yeah, we can't say he's better than fucking Raven. And today's professional wrestling, where most of the products, let's just face it, guys, they suck. We're trying to say Bray Wyatt's good in a crappy situation. That's cool. That's like me at a shitty restaurant and I'm the best cook. Just because I'm the best cook does not mean I'm like I could go anywhere else and work. You know what I'm saying? Today's wrestling is bad. It's bad.
I would say just WWE's bad. Just for some reason, WWE is the only one.
Today's wrestling is just overexposed, especially to arrogant ass fans that worry about the shit they should not be worried about. Hell, I've heard fans sitting here worried about the damn finances of wrestling companies. I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with you? As far as enjoying the product, honestly.
I care about the finances because I want to know where it's going to be in the next 10 years.
Okay, but anyway,
is that wrong for me to care that if the companies are doing well?
I mean, put it this way: how many
taxes for them then?
Well, let me ask you a question: how much money have you put into a company buying merchandise, buying DVDs, buying pay-per-views legally?
Merchandise, I would say.
Okay, is he talking to Chase? Who are you directing it?
To general, it's a generalization.
I buy at least like 5 T-shirts a year. I subscribe to the network. Still subscribe to TNA on Direct. They don't even upload stuff on there, but I'm still subscribed to it.
November coming up. Black November blowout sale. I know all of us here are gonna jump on that for Shop TNA. Am I right?
On WWE Shop.
Black November. No, but that Black. Let's put it this way. One good thing about TNA that I fucks
Hey,
with.
turn Heels mic up.
All right, got it.
How about this? Here we go.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was him.
Yeah, I'm far from the mic. Anywho, the one good thing about TNA, that will say, yeah, that Black November blowout sale for Shop TNA, where everyone, you know, jumps on and shit, you know.
Brand merchandise gonna be mad.
I mean, I'm probably buying a couple EC3 shirts, some Bram shirts, maybe a couple DVDs, but that's besides the point, though. Again, you know.
Okay. Finances are important to care about in wrestling. I don't see what's wrong with wrestling fans caring about the finances.
Because for one, to end this short, wrestling fans dwell on that shit a little too much. I don't know if you understand where I'm going with this. Is that some people
I don't understand.
Okay, well, one thing about me, I try to understand it. What everybody's saying, where they're coming from. But some people, unlike you, they take it to a higher extreme, to a whole other level of this and that. This will add. Like, hold on, you adding up too much.
Well,
you know,
maybe
it kind of takes away from you. Go ahead, Hill.
Maybe it's the way people react to it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
that's true.
If someone's saying, "Oh yeah, this shit's gonna happen," blah 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 blah, it's the way you as a person react to it. Because you get what I'm saying, right?
But then it's also if you have to excuse a bad. I actually saw a dude excuse a bad show. Like, what was the last one at Night Champ? He said it's okay. The show was bad. They made money. Basically, you're saying you don't care about your own entertainment. You don't care that you
put it this way. Let me ask you a question. Okay, put it this way. You're a promoter, right? You're a wrestling promoter. or in T-Sean's case, a club promoter, right? I seen the video, the Instagram, the goody girls and all that shit, right? I seen them. So let's say you throw a party, right? A banging ass party, but yet let's be real. You charge people, I don't know, $20 a head, right, to get into the venue, blah blah blah. But yet the performance is shit. But at the end of the day, hey, you as a promoter, you bring that owns the club, hey, or the venue for the wrestling show, you got their money.
Yeah, but
hold on, man. Let me go ahead and respond to him. Now, if you try to make the comparison with party promoting or one of the aspect of things that I do, then I've had events where the finances didn't come out real good, but the event itself looked beautiful. I got plenty of them that I can speak for proof that did not turn out very well. I mean, far as the money wise, but it looked luxurious. It looked great, But what if people are like, well, he didn't make this or he didn't make that? It wouldn't. It still never. It never made any. They never gave a shit about it, basically, because it looked good. They never cared about how much money I was making off of it. For their sake, they probably thought I made $30,000 off of it, But say, for instance, if I am making more money off of it and it was a shitty ass event, if I had a shitty ass party, I think I don't know. All my events are kind of people say they're rock solid.
But the guy you bring to perform, maybe he wasn't on his A game. You know what I mean, Maybe he had too much to drink before the show, and he got on stage and he went to business for himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if it sucked, they wouldn't say, well, at least T-Sean made money. Hey, I don't know if I ever heard it.
But you as a promoter, you're like, hey, at least I got some money out of it.
Yeah, but
a lot, but I got some money out of it.
Honestly, I'm because we talked about this on my radio show once before about promoters and how they do. Like, say for instance, one of the baddest things that can happen at your event is a fight or a shootout or something like that. Somebody gets hurt at your event. Now I've seen this promoter. They made money. But they had 2 people got shot and 1 person got killed, and these fuckers were happy about it. They was bragging about they got money on all this type of shit, but it left a bad taste on the events. And for the next couple of events, they held that right now they can't even really throw a successful party because of what happened at the events. They thought it was cool that they made money, but
all right.
when people saw that
so now you're explaining TNA's situation and where TNA's at now. All the bad taste they put in people's mouths over the years, that's why their events are not really doing so well. That's why we care. That's why we care about finances in wrestling, because we want wrestling companies to fucking succeed. Want them to succeed.
What me and Hill was saying is that basically, as I was drawing a comparison, we don't nobody give a fuck about the finances. They care about if your product is good or not. Honestly, my point.
I care about the finances because I want to know the company will survive.
And I don't default you for that. I was saying that basically, that's you. So some people are different. Some people do. Like you say, you admit that, hey, I care about the finances because you have a different reason. But as American was basically saying to you is that you've heard somebody say it and they just basically blurted it out like it was a defense. Like, oh, they make more money, but they got a shitty ass product.
Yeah, and TNA, every wrestling company can rebound by having a good product. You can't.
And Alucard, for months you've been saying TNA has had a good product, that they're not really that improving, are they?
Yeah.
On television ratings, but live events, kind of shaky.
What live events though?
The live events.
And you also have to think about what arenas they have. If it's 1,000, if they run out 1,000 thing arena and they sell out 1,000. It's not really a success because, they can't buy the things that WWE can buy.
But if they do, let's say, I don't know. I'll give you an example, okay? They do 1,000 plays venue, but yet they only do 300. And again, it's only an example.
Okay.
Then what?
Oh no, you can use Bound for Glory in San Diego. You don't need an example there, Steven. They rented out a freaking $8,000 venue, cut that shit in half, and only got 300 people out for Bound for Glory in San Diego.
Wait a minute. When was that?
2013.
I thought you were a TNA fan. Shouldn't you know it? Shit.
Bound for Glory. They had 3,000 in attendance.
Bullshit.
No, 3,000. It was 3,000 in attendance.
I went there. There was less than 3,000 people. I got to sit wherever I wanted. It was tight.
Let's see. Where was it? Bound for Glory.
University.
University.
Oh, it's San Diego, dude.
Yeah,
San Diego.
college.
How many people was it?
It was like an $8,000 venue, like 8,000 people. It can sit 8,000 people. I know that.
It was still 3,000. That's still a good showing out. And I'm looking.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's not. It wasn't 3,000 when I was there.
I'm looking right at it.
Tomato, guys. It's like y'all gonna keep going back. He's gonna show facts of numbers. You're gonna say your vision because it's kind of hard. I mean, if I don't know if you like the product, the bias against product, you for it.
Oh, okay, yeah, I hate the product. Yet I went down to fucking San Diego for a weekend to watch it.
All these people right here. That's
We don't know. We don't know the facts of it. I mean, all I'm saying.
I'm considered.
That's on the camera side. Yeah, on the camera side, they put a lot of people on the camera side, dude. I'm telling you the truth. There was not a lot of people on the other side.
Okay, Steve, what you saying?
No, go on, Chase. Go on.
No, I'm just saying that's on the camera side. They didn't have a lot of people on the other side. Being dead honest here. They won't even show that backside. The backside was like really empty.
Okay. I don't know. Man, if they say 3,000, I mean, maybe not.
I mean, 3,000 in a 8,000 seat venue though.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. If it was 8,000,
but bro, don't say fair enough, but then go on. Like, oh, that's BS. That's BS, bro.
No, let me just check. It was at Baroness Arena.
Yeah.
And let's see what it is.
Okay. Because I don't want to continue to, because I guess we make problems or whatever out of everything else. But I'm just going to say it like this here. Now, when you look at the beginner stage in the process of each company, now, at this particular year of WWE, when they were coming out, they weren't pulling them numbers as well, guys. Let's keep it fair. If you're going to talk about either way.
Yeah, would TNA be pulling any numbers? Would Ring of Honor be pulling any numbers? No.
Okay, hold on. What was your? I'm sorry, Chase. What was your counter with that? We trying to say there?
Would TNA or RoH be pulling any numbers if they started year one this year? No, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
No. What I was saying was, okay, at this particular stage where TNA is, when WWE was at that year.
And what stage is that?
Year 10.
Yeah. When they was at that stage, do you think they had packed out arenas? And I can. That's proof. If you really want to go there.
I mean, you're saying 10 years ago, right?
But no, he's comparing 60s wrestling where they used to do stuff in baseball parks. In New York.
And you know what? People laugh at that nowadays when they do wrestling events at ballparks. When that's one of the.
No, I'm just saying you're comparing. No,
I said people. I said people, not
2015.
People, not you. Not you.
No, I think they should do more at baseball parks. Baseball parks are nice.
But I'm saying that people laugh at that now. They like, oh, the baseball park. That's not. But they don't really know.
A lot of indie shows do that. Yeah, a lot of indie shows do that.
Yeah, but people don't know that.
Baseball parks are nice. You can fucking see everything.
For example, GFW.
It's still a 10-year starting point. You just
bro. But the thing about it though, you can't call a company a baby or a baby stage if you're considered technically the number 2. That's what they're supposed to be, right? The number 2.
We can't be
a baby. It's like okay. Give me an example. It's like calling my car, for example, right? I have a car. It's like what, a 2002 Honda CR-V. But yet, oh yeah, mind you, how many years has passed over since 2002?
13.
Like 13. Yeah, it's a baby. No, it's not a baby anymore. It's an old ass car.
Yeah, it's old. The mileage is there. It's like we can't be using TNA years as a defense. That's like the dumbest defense ever. I'm sorry. Ring of Honor has been going around the same amount of time as TNA. I think they're probably like a month older than TNA, if anything. I'm just saying we can't be using years as defense for them anymore. That's ridiculous. Like it's amazing what they've done in 13 years. I'll say because RoH hasn't done anything that TNA has done in 13 years. No doubt about that. But we cannot keep on saying, well, they're only 13 years young. It's like, so what? Nowadays in today's
world, you gotta
world,
be high totally out your fucking mind if you're gonna sit here and say that they can't. No, we can't make that comparison. Yes, you can. When WCW was around. At that stage.
And how long was WCW around?
Prime example, like I alluded to earlier before you guys came on, Nitro. Nitro, people get it figured wrong. Nitro was shot. The first Nitro was shot in fucking Mall of America.
Yeah, the Mall
You
of
know,
Yeah, that was
America.
cool.
One of the most
but
famous malls in America. One of the most famous,
but
the Mall of America.
it's not in the
Indianapolis, baby.
But did you know that though? Did you know that the Mall of America, one of the most famous malls in America? You didn't know that, I bet you. Did you know that?
You just said a mall. You just said Mall of America.
Yeah, but which is one of the most famous
it's the
malls
mall
in America.
it's the
Yeah, exactly.
that's
It's
the
in
name.
Minneapolis, by the way.
It's in
Yeah,
Minneapolis.
that's the
It's
fucking name.
Minneapolis.
It's Mall of
Twin
America.
Cities.
Of course. I don't know if you knew that, Hill Steve.
Yeah, I didn't know,
But-
but again,
But that was
you know,
but that was Nitro. But WCW was around before then. Like what I'm saying is this, man.
Exactly.
What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this is like
I know what you're saying.
TNA. We demand results now, right? Everyone wants results now. Stock market people want results now. Why do you think Vince is so impatient? Because he always is freaking trying to make the things happen now. None of these wrestling companies are patient nowadays. They always want to get the knee-jerk reaction.
If you do your history, it was a little bit worse back then because it was more territories and it was more
in
fighting
the 90s,
and
there were
more
territories
clawing.
in the 90s.
It was more clawing,
There was
biting,
barely
biting, scratching. Are you
Not in the
fucking-
90s.
Not in the mid 90s, bro. The
Not in the
territory
90s.
days died like in the mid 80s, like late 80s
Yeah.
when the territories died.
Vince McMahon was all like,
Vince
"Fuck
killed
you
the-
guys."
Vince killed the territories pretty much.
Okay, that was in the process of that was going on then. If you go back, but back in their stage of their 10-year or 13-year or whatever like that, then we're going back into that area. If you guys don't, if you're following what you're saying, then you're going back to that area, and those were the times of that. So it was scratching and claw back then. So it was a little bit worse. It was more hectic back then. So I don't think it was far easier. This would be more easier now.
I think it's harder now. I think venues ask for way too much money. Probably. I think it's way harder to get on the road. I think it's harder today. Like in all honesty, because think about it. Look at these venues, dude. Like some of these stadiums, like even like low-end stadiums, are fucking nice. Nice air conditioning, nice food. They have a restaurant inside of them. They have like a kids area. Hotels. Some stadiums have hotels in them. Like I'm just saying, man. Like it's hard to get a venue nowadays. So I'm just saying, like
we're just talking stadium. We're not talking arena. I think a lot of people.
Oh no, with arenas, it's hard. WWE only does 2 shows at Madison Square Garden because they cost so much.
But there's people that confuse arena and stadium. They don't know the difference.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm saying too.
All right, well with the arenas, it's still hard to get into. So I think it's like I understand where you're coming from, T-Sean, saying like there was more competition back then. But think about today's and how much better standard arenas are, how much high tech these arenas are getting. I think it would be harder to fork over a bank account.
It depends on how you book and schedule your events, especially when you're talking about having a company like WWE around, and now that they're pushing NXT now. If you're opposing opponent such as TNA or any other, I think TNA is the only one that really too much. Well, I think Ring of Honor is a bit of a, I don't know if they're really looking at Ring of Honor as a threat, but you can get bought out real quickly. So it is kind of scratch and claw, but like when TNA was supposed to be going into the arenas, and you had the Vince McMahon situation of buying out other rings before them. So I do understand you on that part that with the arenas it is kind of hard to get and hard to come by like it was back in the days because of
it costs like a shit ton of money just to rent out an arena for 3 hours. It's like so much money, dude. It's ridiculous.
But it's just like into the field of where I'm at. We're throwing big events and concerts. You can't partner up with an arena with event. Like most of these deals that W has are partnerships with these different arenas. A lot of them. See, I remember somebody told me something about the Wembley Arena that TNA had, and they said, they were booked to come there. But people don't know that WWE is booked to go different places as well. Look at WrestleMania. WrestleMania is not WWE now buying the arena. It's an arena, a city purchasing the event.
Stadiums.
Yeah.
But hey, when you have fucking Jerry Jones putting over like $1 million for your show, you're obviously doing something decent at least.
Yeah, it's going off name value. I mean, Jerry Jones, he doesn't care what WWE does. He just knows he's going to sell because it's WWE not quality. I mean, we can all say it. The last WrestleMania, it wasn't quality.
No, the fact that it's going to bring in money into a city.
Mm-hmm.
Bringing in money. That WrestleMania weekend, and take it from me, I've done a WrestleMania weekend. It's crazy. Just the fact that, besides, Access Hall of Fame, you also got WrestleCon and all these other promotions, indie promotions coming in. Like Ring of Honor, like Gabe, like again, just even Kaiju Big Battle, just like a comedy shit.
It's like
Again, everyone tried to make money on that weekend, just period.
Or to the people that's viewing, the fans viewing, it's like Jay-Z and Beyonce how they would book, their tour was booked. Hell, New York is it's not Jay-Z and Beyonce that's gonna buy out the goddamn stadium. That stadium or that mayor right there, they're gonna book that event because they want to circle some things around it. You know, it's a big draw. It's gonna be a big fucking weekend. I remember, you know, they came down and did Nashville, did several spots in Nashville back to back. You know, they're not three or four fucking nights. You know, that's the actual city that be paying for that shit and wanting their festivities of that event to go down. So it's a lot to understand when it comes to these events. Like to that person that was making a comparison to my you know, oh, this company, well, they bought the event. Well, a lot of people buy. Well, a lot of different cities and mayors and governors, they'll buy, or even owners of the establishment, they will buy the event. They'll buy Raw to come to their venue. That's not uncommon. That's probably done.
I do want to ask this question. When you watch a wrestling show or you go see one live, which one is more important? If a company made money or if the show you watched was good? As a fan, not as a...
Oh, okay. You're going back to the comment that the person made towards you.
Yeah,
I think you should drop it, man. I mean, of course, we pretty much make.
We can go for hours and hours and hours.
I'm just saying this. I'll say this right now, and this will end it. One, yeah, I want to be entertained by the shows, 100%. But at the end of the day, I'm also going to check how did that pay-per-view do? How did that do in the gates? The reason why the media reports that type of fucking shit is because it's fucking important. Okay? I'm a journalist. I know this shit. It's fucking important what gate numbers are, especially when it comes to the UFC. Every time, why do they announce the gate number and all that stuff? They want to talk about how successful they're doing. So I want to know how they're doing successful. If the show was good that I went to, absolutely cool. If the show was fun that I watched, absolutely. But sometimes, not every show that I watch from TNA, WWE, or Lucha, or whatever are fucking good. It doesn't matter which one I find entertaining the most week. At the end of the day, I worry if that's going to make them money. Is this going to be successful? Is this the right decision that will get butts in the seats and actually make the fans fucking care about their product again? That's what I care about.
Being a casual
I want
fan,
people to like wrestling.
I've never thought that.
Listen.
From watching Undertaker and Hulk Hogan, I never gave a shit about if after watching that match between Undertaker and Hulk Hogan, I never gave a shit about if did they sell it out?
How old were you though? How old were you when you watched that match?
Yeah,
from a kid, even from adults seeing the people around me, it didn't even to now. Kurt Angle versus AJ Styles. Ask me, did I give a shit about how many people were in the audience? I could have been the only motherfucker in the audience to see that match. That match was awesome. Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels. Ask me how many. I don't give a fuck. A flying shit.
Well,
that match was fucking awesome.
Well, it was WrestleMania. It was what? Also the rematch of
Thank you for the I don't give a shit once again. Still, that match was fucking awesome. Shelton Benjamin versus Shawn Michaels. The match was fucking awesome. Do I give a fuck about how much money they made? Hell no, that's none of my fucking business. I got my viewership worth. If I went there, I got my money's worth. I don't give a damn about who all was there. I got to see a good ass match. John Cena versus The Rock. Did I pay to see everybody else around me? I paid to see that fucking match. Okay, I paid to see The Rock lay the smackdown on John Cena's candy ass. That's all I gave a shit about. So people, please spare me the shit. If you really sat there and said, I wonder what the finances is going to be after this match. You cared about the fucking match. Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles. Did you care about how many people were selling out TNA's arena? No, you didn't.
You sound very upset.
If you did, you must be one of them.
You don't understand what I'm saying. I'm saying is I do care because I want to know, are people actually paying to see this shit?
The response that I'm making is towards American. What you didn't understand was American statement. What he was talking about. He was talking about a fan said.
Thank you. We're not the
We're not the only fans around here. There's some fans out there that actually care more about that shit.
I know that
you guys are not the only fans out there. Not everyone has to think like you guys and fucking think, oh, I was entertained. That's all that matters about wrestling. That's good that you guys think like that. That's good. Not every fan thinks like that.
I gave you credit for. I said what I had. said to you, I don't know if you caught what I was saying. I said that, I understand your reasons. I was saying that, but you're falling off what America's question was about the gentleman that used it as a counterpart.
But let's be honest. But let's be real about it. Alucard gonna ask the same question over and over and over again.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Listen, Alucard, listen, we could tell you something, but it's like for you, it's like it goes in one ear out the other. That's what it's always been.
It does. It's always like that with Alucard.
I just find it weird.
Alucard, here's the thing, Alucard. You're not allowed to call someone a WWE fanboy because you're labeled as a TNA fanboy. That's hypocritical. That's hypocritical to the max, dude. You cannot be calling someone a fanboy.
Honestly, I think it goes against the grind because if it's 5 on 1, I think America is that person to make it 2 on 5. I think that's what it really is. It's a mass versus the lesser mass. I don't think America's because from talking.
But he shouldn't be calling. But T-Sean, do you think he should be calling people fanboys when he's a fucking fanboy of a fucking product of his own?
I'm not a fanboy.
Well, hold on.
Yes,
To respond.
If Alucard's a TNA fanboy,
one at a time.
If Alucard's a TNA fanboy, everyone would say yes. Alucard's a TNA fanboy. There's no denying it.
You gotta think about who's making those claims though. It's mostly people who, you go.
But you call people WWE fanboys, and it's like, dude, you only talk about TNA, and yeah, you may talk about Ring of Honor sometimes, and may talk about WWE sometimes, but you mostly defend TNA to no depth and make them sound like they're some freaking awesome company when they're not right now. They're bad, just like WWE.
No.
There you go. I don't know how you can call me TNA hater when I said WWE is also bad. I said they're both bad.
They're bad, but you're in the same breath. You'll bash TNA for no reason. Like
I'll bash WWE for no reason. Steve, how many times have I bashed WWE for no reason?
We shit on the pay-per-view this past night, didn't we? Didn't we shit?
Yeah, we said it was terrible.
We were
bringing back fucking old man Kane.
Yeah, but within 2 minutes you bash TNA. Like
I can't.
Can we not joke around?
Put it this way. We can't control people say. I can't control that shit. At the end of the day, bro, you think about Alucard. Listen, you gotta learn not to take shit very fucking serious, bro.
I remember once upon a time when he was all TNA, when he was damn near all TNA pro. I remember once upon a time.
Yeah,
where if we wanted, well, Chase, I don't know if Chase remember. Chase wasn't around then.
Yeah, Chase remember this shit.
I remember. I was around since 2011.
Hell, I don't know. I just now came in understanding of you.
I defended TNA on the Aces and Eights reveal. I don't know. I defended their dumb dick decisions too. So I'm sorry. Like, I will admit to my flaws. I have no problem with it.
I'm just now coming in the knowledge of Chase, of being around Hill. Steve, he'll never mention Chase. The first time I heard about you was when we had the vidcast.
But I knew what he was doing. I defended TNA on so many stupid shit, and I do not want to hear. When people say I'm a TNA hater, it's like, especially Alucard, it's like, dude, I'm sorry. I actually bought TNA Bound for Glory 2014. Alucard, on the Heel Steven channel, on Team Heel Podcast, the review that we did, said that he streamed it. I actually paid $50 for Bound for Glory 2014 in Japan. So shush, please. I bought it. I'm allowed to.
Okay, hold on. Let's hear some response. Hold up. Damn. Go ahead, America.
It's 2015. Nobody pays for pay-per-views. Nobody.
And you
support TNA, but yet you don't want to buy their shit.
I support them merchandise, live shows.
But you don't want to buy what they're trying to sell in pay-per-views?
That's part of pay-per-views. I don't support any company. If it's a pay-per-view and it's over $40 or over $10, I don't support it. It's the internet.
That's his thing. Okay, now I don't fault you for that one. That's your thing. I mean,
that's not a thing. That's not a thing. You cannot be saying someone's a hater when he's been paid. When I paid my hard-earned money to fucking watch these shows.
I mean,
did you pay for Slam? I paid for Slammiversary Replay. I did. I want to see what the fuck was going on.
It seemed like to me you bought the right to hate. I mean, if you want to have a fucked up opinion about something, or you want to have a biased opinion or a negative opinion or a positive opinion, you can. I mean, now I don't think America. I don't think you're attacking them for that. But I mean, if Chaser, if you you put your hard-earned money on something and you went there and to view it, I mean, that's your God-given right. You can say whatever the fuck you want to because You put money on
because I have a critique, and so I'm sorry that if I thought Slammiversary, look, I want these pay-per-views to be good. Do you think I buy a pay-per-view saying, "Oh, I hope it's fucking bad"? No. Do you think I stay subscribed to the network because I want them to be bad every pay-per-view? No, I want them to be good. I want to feel like when I bought, because like to me, when you watch it for free, you don't get the same experience. You don't get the same sitting there and you just sit there and watch when you watch it for free. When you watch it for free, you just sit there and watch it. That's all you do. You have no opinion about, wow, I felt like, it's like when you go out to dinner. If you have a free meal, if someone hooked you up with a free meal, you're gracious for it. Even if the meal is bad, you're not going to say, man, that meal was ass, but hey, he gave it to me for free. But if you pay for it and it tastes bad,
I don't know.
it doesn't taste bad.
I don't know, Chase. I'm going to take you on your own on that one.
I don't know. Like I get free meals downtown sometimes, and this shit, I tell them that shit's ass all the time.
Yeah, but you're appreciative. At least they gave you a free meal. Right?
Hell no.
I guess you guys don't have values.
Yeah, hell no. If it's bad, it's bad.
Values, then. But I'm just saying, if you're watching a wrestling company for free, it's like, yeah, you know, your opinion's going to be like, well, at least it's free, so whatever. But when you pay for it, you kind of get pissed off a little bit more because it's like, so there goes my $59 just to see Jeff Jarrett win another title.
I've been just as pissed for not purchasing it.
Even when it's free, I have high expectations. I want to see good quality in-ring wrestling. If it's fair, and if it's a television show, I want to see a good television show.
Again, that's your point of view. Understand
my point of view is like you have to pay.
Chase, let me go. Let me talk here. Again, Alucard, that's your point of view, and you're not wrong for that. You're in all right to have that point of view. But guess what? Not everyone had the same point of view. Not everyone had the same point of view as you. Not everyone has that same expectation. Put it this way: if everyone agreed with your opinion every time, then the world wouldn't go around perfectly. Everyone's supposed to have different opinions at the end of the day.
Well, this is going for both. I think this is going for American and Chase on this one because both of y'all were into that pot, and I think what you're saying is going for both of them on this one because Chase, you feel like you have to purchase to feel this way. American, you feel like no.
I'm just saying like how am I wrong if I actually purchased it? Like how am I a hater for actually purchasing it because I wanted to see if they could actually produce a good show?
I mean, well, you can still be a hater. Now you can still be a hater, you know, but you have every God-given right to be because at least you purchased, you know, against what you're saying. Your argument is stashed and sound. That you know, I feel I can hate because I'm mad. Hell,
yeah, I don't get like why people like. I'm sorry, I pay money for the network. I pay if there's an ROH show and I hear the internet fans overrating it. I'm going to go see it. I'm going to see what the big deal of this ROH show is. I'll pay the $40, $30, whatever, how many it costs for it. I'll pay to see it. I don't care. Exactly. Like I care about money, but at the same time, when I pay for my wrestling, if I'm going and I'm not having a good time, it's just like, fuck, dude, this is dumb. Like, you know, that's what I'm saying. It's just like you pay. That's why it's like to me when Alucard says like, oh, well, Slammiversary was good, and if I say Slammiversary is bad, and then he gets mad at me because I think it's a bad show. Bitch, I paid for the show. You watched that for free. How the fuck are you going to tell me it was good? You didn't really have that many expectations. You just freaking went onto the stream. You watched the show, and that was it. I paid $59.99. I freaking lost money. I lost time.
I have $59 expectation until I watch a free pay-per-view. And the reason I said that about Slammiversary is because your reasons for not liking a pay-per-view aren't really sound. You say like, oh, because the TNA is bad, not because of in-ring wrestling. Oh, it was bad because they didn't sell like
there was
that's not really a good reason.
It was bad. It was bad because Jeff Jarrett won another title. Why does Jeff Jarrett need to be in the fucking spotlight? Austin Aries and Davey Richards was the only good match on that whole card that
it sparked the GFW invasion, and it was his small song from TNA.
And how's the GFW invasion doing for TNA?
Good. It was a really good angle. They had
short.
It was.
I mean, let me ask you a question. Don't you wish, in a way, that hey, they could have built this up a little more and maybe have the final, lethal lockdown match where winner takes all? Let's say at Bound for Glory as one of the, big matches on that pay-per-view card. I mean, that's what I would have done if I was booking TNA. I thought Lethal Lockdown was a very good match. I'll give you that. But if I was booking this shit, and again, I would have had it on the pay-per-view. That final match, You know, have it on the pay-per-view. That's
Yeah,
how
but
they're
then it
done.
would have got silly because GFW is only 4 people, and the TNA locker room is
That-
30. Come
That's the
on.
point, though. That's the point, though.
Honestly, guy, I think we're giving GFW a little too much credit. I mean, there's really not very much. I think they did the best they could do with the storyline because look at GFW right now. I mean, honestly, you know, it's not like it's not like they're Lucha Underground and NXT in the run-ins right now. Like, no, I mean, they did the best they can do with the storyline, and I love the Lethal Lockdown match. That was a damn good pay-per-view show.
That was a good match. It was a good match. Don't get me wrong. But if it was up to me, and again, Alcar said it best as well. It's only 4 people invading TNA. 4 or 5 people invading. Yeah, granted. And for those of you who know GFW, like, you know, go deep into it, yeah, they have more of a roster, but half those people can't even appear on TNA because of contractual obligations with different promotions. Like, yeah, it would have been cool to, let's say, see the Bullet Club, you know, Carl Anderson, Machine Gun be there. It would have been cool to see. But the problem is that they contract with the New Japan, and New Japan has a bad beef with TNA.
And we still ain't say and I say we still got to wait for Bound for Glory. I don't know what's coming up next. I mean, remind everybody that
Put it this way, Bound for Glory is literally next Sunday. It's literally next Sunday. Let that sink in.
It's 2 weeks away. We know that
next Sunday.
EC3 versus the 1% EC3 versus the 99% Occupy Wall Street. Drew Galloway, Rude versus Lashley for the King of the Mountain title.
That's a joke. That should be for the world title. It's a joke that Lashley versus Rude is being wasted.
It's Rude.
I kind of like it though. I think that I like
not for the King of the Mountain title. No, not for the King of the Mountain title. Not for the TV Global Legends title. That's what it is.
I say let's give it a chance. I mean, now Bobby Roode versus Bobby Lashley.
That's the only match I want to watch about for Glory. That was the match that should have made it.
But it's solidifying itself as, I guess, King of the Mountains is going to be like the Intercontinental title of TNA or something.
To an extent, listen. To an extent, we can all agree, despite how we feel about TNA individually, despite all that, this Bound for Glory is going to be probably better than the shit they did in Japan.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, I already said that in the previous.
It is. Because you got to understand. At the time, Bound for Glory in Japan. I get it. Yeah, it was Japan. They had the strong style. All you want, but
it was bought out already.
No. Wrestle One and the contract had a say in what the fuck was going to be.
Yeah, that wasn't a TNA show. That was a Wrestle One fuck show featuring TNA wrestlers a job.
No.
It was the same reason, like we said before, America. It was purchased. That event, Bound for Glory, was purchased over there, so. It was not much they could do with it anyway. I mean, it's like how
it was a Wrestle One fuck show.
Pretty much what it was. Here what happened. Muda and Jarrett signed a deal. Yeah, bring over, you know, Bound for Glory 2014 to Japan. That was the deal. And then Jarrett left. And then pretty much, you know, Muda had say in what the fuck was going to happen on that show. Dixie, again, had no say. I'm sure, listen, if Dixie had say, I'm sure if Dixie had to say on what the fuck would be on that show, for sure.
The other shareholders.
No, we would have. Just if Dixie had say, no shareholders, no. Just if Dixie Carter had say halfway, yeah, this is what I want to show. Also, you would have seen Bobby Roode. You would have seen the Wolves. Mm-hmm. You would have seen Lashley. You would have seen, I don't know, maybe a Sanjay Dutt. But instead, you had, you know, 1 or 2 people from TNA, like MVP, James Storm, Samoa Joe.
The world champion jobbed out to some fat dude, or he barely won against some.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't job out.
No, he did not job out. He won.
He won.
Barely.
Well, he caught the sting face, but
he's not.
Moving forward along with weekly wrestling, also other thing that's sparking up right now in I guess everybody's dirt sheet or backstage tabloids is the Divas Revolution. Inside source told me that the work started. Now, some are arguing that Paige's rant was
inside sources
original, and from what I'm hearing, Paige's rant was actually scripted. Some people are saying, "Oh, she's being punished now for the pipe bomb." Heel Steven, the pipe. Everybody, have you heard?
Everybody know that pipe bomb was flat. That pipe
bomb
was shit.
That was scripted as fuck, dude.
Okay, hold on. Chasing Hill. Are y'all telling me that y'all didn't hear the rumor that everybody was saying that there was she's getting punished now?
This rumor came from like this one sports website that I can't remember the name of, Daily Sports Talk, where it's opinionated writing. Like if you read the reports, it's mostly them adding opinion. That they'll do this every week. They'll be like, oh, Seth Rollins is going to face Undertaker, and then they'll grab reports from like WrestleZone and all this other stuff. Like they grabbed the old report that John Cena helps Nikki Bella, and no doubt, yeah, John Cena helps his fucking girlfriend win the fucking title. There's no denying that fucking shit. That's clearly obvious Cena backstage politics. But hey, Cena backstage politics for AJ to win the title too. So I don't see the difference there. Just saying, it's just like this. I don't think Paige is. Do you think Paige is really in trouble? Do we think? Trouble? I don't think she's in fucking trouble at all. What trouble is she gonna get? Oh, Paige, you're so in trouble. Go out there and wrestle Natalia. Oh, that's such a big punishment. Oh, you're wrestling. Oh, you're making money. That's a punishment.
I was gonna say something on it, but you guys, Chase said it the best. I didn't believe that. Well, I didn't believe it at first anyway, but I had already heard that that she was already, she was practicing in the back on her lines and shit. So. For people that believe that shit,
it was scripted. Yeah. Let's be honest, it was a flat promo. It was flat as shit.
Why would John Cena care?
For the people out there, if you like that promo or that shoot, that's fine. But let's be honest with that. To the average person, to a lot of people, this shit was flat as shit.
Yeah,
it was weak. Like I don't see John Cena being like, I didn't appreciate what you said about my girlfriend, Paige. You're going to have to be buried in the Divas division now. You're already buried. You're in the Divas division. That's buried enough. You're one step ahead of a fucking jobber. That's it. That's all you are in the Divas.
Okay, how does this panel, how do y'all feel about the Divas Revolution in total?
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
Until Connor comes to the main roster, hopefully.
Even Connor will become a joke there.
Thank you, Chase. Thank you. I've been telling the American this shit from the longest. Look, I'm not excited.
Connor's good, but she ain't going to surpass the WWE Great Wall.
He sounds just like somebody I know. Just like somebody I know. I said the same thing. I'm excited for her skill, but But far as me believing in the WWE, how they're going to use her. Knowing the history,
I mean, could she be a Divas champion? Yeah, she could be. Absolutely. Could she be the next Bull Nakano? Could be.
It's different stuff.
I want to agree with you. I want to ride with you on this, but knowing how WWE is, I don't think
that's the thing. Again,
but really, is becoming Divas champion a big deal? I mean, we had all stars like Kelly. And fucking Eve Torres win that belt. Is that really that big of a deal?
No. We had AJ Lesnar win that goddamn belt. The 115-pound beast from the East. She won that belt. And she destroyed everybody in the division. She was unstoppable.
I mean, again, the way the card that were offered her pretty much. Because I guarantee you, if it was, if you had a Sasha Banks, a Bayley, or a Charlotte in that division, while AJ, Lesnar, was as dominant as she was, it'd been a whole different story. I guarantee you.
No, she wouldn't be as dominant, that's for sure. Because look at her, look at the division when she was in there, dude. She was facing Cameron got a Divas title shot. When in this fucking world should Cameron ever have a Divas title shot? Never.
Damn.
It's just.
You see, we can agree on things here. You see.
And I also got to say this though. I think the whole hashtag Divas shit was buried, and I think me and America talked about it on one of the episodes when Stephanie McMahon presented them as a new start, and then she pretty much shitted on everybody in front of them, told them to stand down and shit. Like the way she presented them was like, oh, we're supposed to believe in this new start of the Divas division, but then again she dissed them in such a fucked up way. And Stephanie, she's never had a Brock Lesnar or Undertaker appearance with the Divas. She's always been, her role was always a cowardly ass bitch. Like Karen.
To respond to the comment real quick, LB Clash of Kings. Yeah, you guys do know WCW was around during territory. It was called different company. It was a different company back then before territory. Yeah, of course, Mid Atlantic.
Is he talking about WCCW?
Nah, WCW, World Championship.
WCCW was totally different.
Yeah. He says here WCW was around different territory. It was called different company. You guys do know, but yeah, of course, Mid-Atlantic.
Yeah, we know, but
Championship
it's been,
Wrestling,
but we're just saying it was
Rocket
still
promotion.
around. It's been
Jim
around
Rocket
for a long
promotion.
time.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to the divas, it's just they just try to go out there, but they just don't have characters for you to care about. They don't have interests. Like their storylines are lame and flat. You know, they can go out there and wrestle a good match, but it's all about the story heading up to it. Bayley and Sasha Banks had a really good story. You know, Bayley getting overshadowed by all the other women coming in NXT, trying to win the title, but she can't, and now she's trying to overcome the obstacles. Simple storytelling. It's easy to know. It's easy to get behind Bayley and hope she wins the women's title. Yeah, that's all you need to do. Is just try to find a way to build these characters.
I said, I mean, I'm really loving Bayley, man. Bayley, I think that if she was to move up to the main,
Bayley's like that girl in school, like more like a homie. Like you'll piece up, okay, how you doing, and shit like that. That's pretty much what Bayley is.
I want to see Bayley versus Naomi. I think them in the title feud. I think
Bayley, once she gets to the main roster, she's not going to be as loved. She's too John Cena-esque, man. Everyone loves Bayley. How come you all don't love John Cena? They're both gooby.
Because Bayley actually gets obstacles and she overcomes them.
Bayley will become the one.
And Bayley has titties and a pussy. You can't.
I thought we hated the children. I thought we hated when wrestlers are geared towards children.
And every man's gonna want to fuck Bayley. So I don't think every man wants to.
I don't want to fuck the hippo. I don't want to fuck the hippo. I would rather fuck Sasha. Yeah, she's a hippo to me. I would have fucked her. I
take off my motherfucking.
You taking in terms of
you on your own on that one, Bayley. If you're watching, baby, I will fuck you.
You mean in terms of weight, or you mean in terms of look?
Bayley's that kind of girl. Let's be real. She's that geek in high school that everyone's cool with, everyone will fuck with, as like a homegirl level. That's pretty much what she is.
I don't know how she was in high school. She probably was was a bitch.
But that's the kind of girl. But that's the kind of girl. Like I'm sure we all had that. When we were all in high school, we had that one girl that was, like she was known by everybody. She probably went to all the pep rallies and shit like that. But that was pretty much it.
Bayley, I don't know what the fuck they talking about. If you watching, baby, look, fuck that. I'll let your boy. I fuck you. So Divas Division is, as the panel just says, there's just still a fucking. Okay, what could they do? I know I always shit on them all the time, but what could they do with this Divas Division?
They just gotta present these girls better.
Break all the teams up. Break this whole stable shit.
And thank you, Hill. Thank you, Hill, for saying it. This is my biggest question.
Or if now what they should have done, that night when they debuted, bring in Charlotte, bring in Sasha, bring in Becky, all as one. Bring those three as three women coming in, taking name, and hell, putting Paige with them.
Or Chase, do you agree that they should have brought in the tag or the presidents and tag team titles? If you're gonna have all these goddamn stables,
no, because they have trouble booking just for the Divas title, so I wouldn't know what they would do with the tag team titles. Like, what do I need to see Cameron and Emma team up just to face these people? Like, it'd be bad.
Honestly, they have way more divas than TNA had knockouts. At one point when they had the knockouts
I just don't want to see a joke character like Adam Rose win a Divas title. Okay, that'll just be a fucking joke. I don't want the Divas tag title. Yeah, I don't want to see Hornswoggle win a Divas tag title. I don't want to see any of that junk.
You saw that when I think Santino had won the what was it? What the hell he was? The women's.
He won That was Santina. I don't know what you're talking about. Santina won.
Santina won.
Santina,
come on, that was great. That was so stupid though. It was great. It's great looking back on it, but it was so stupid when it first happened. But it's just like the thing that they need to do with these Divas division is find more layers into it, because it's like really, to be honest, the only thing is like this is literally what the Divas division goal is: winning the Divas title. Well, what else is there going on in the Divas division? Nothing. There's nothing else. There's no storylines.
Everybody's gonna turn on each other anyway.
Exactly. It's like there's no point. It's like what happens when Sasha wins? Oh, we're gonna get angry Black Naomi saying, "I've been working my ass off." It's like, oh, okay, it's like that you just cut another promo just like Paige. Whoop-de-doo. It's like they need to find like other layers in the Divas division and make other feuds where you could actually care about it and
Or if not, you know what?
build it up.
Or if not, you know what? Also, look at NXT. You have only, look at the writing team down at NXT in WWE's developmental system compared to the writing team, the creative team on the main roster. Again, if you only have one writer in that creative team just focusing on the Divas division, on the women, that's it. Just focus on the women.
Mm-hmm.
And let them come up with something. Yeah, it's all you really need to think about.
Because like, let's just face it, like, it could be bad to start off of just having one dude do it, but if he can do it, like, look at TNA. TNA, it was rocky when they first started the Knockouts division. It wasn't Star Spangled Awesome. It was just, hey, this is the Knockout title and that's it. But sooner or later, they start to build feuds. And yeah, some of those feuds were atrocious. Like Angelina Love being controlled by Winter was garbage. And, some of the more recent stuff was kind of weird. But for the most part, they got it down where they were able to build two feuds with their knockouts. WWE can do the same thing with their divas.
Awesome Kong, Gail Kim, which is like the John Cena of TNA's Knockouts division.
Oh yeah.
No, don't make the comparison of Gail Kim and John Cena. John Cena.
I don't know.
All the odds, baby.
They don't have a John Cena female in that
well,
realm.
She's LOL. Gail Kim wins. Like,
LOL, Gail wins.
She's won 5 championships in 10 years.
Yeah, there's no female John Cena in TNA. I'm not going.
But she pretty much wins every match though. Every women's match, she wins.
Honestly, and I do, like I said earlier on the show, I wish that Jade would have won that match. Because I think it would have been a better storyline to see Jade win. Because if you notice, when Taryn told her, Taryn didn't say go win the title. Taryn said go beat her up bad for me. She didn't say win the title. So if Jade would have won the title, it would have been like a kind of a like I told you to beat her up, not win and all that. It would have been a good storyline going from there. But TNA, y'all missed with that one. I don't know for what reasons y'all wanted that to go that way.
Holy shit!
In my opinion, that would have been much more better. But that's the Diva situation. Now we got Sting injury. Have they not dropped the ball with Sting? Have they not done enough with him? It's sad enough he's injured now, but
high level.
Or was that the original plan for him to go out like that in this particular night?
I don't think so. I mean, he got injured. Injuries happen in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
It happens. You know what I mean? I'll be honest. I mean, I get it. A lot of people want to see Sting win the match. But let's be honest. If Sting would have won, a lot of people would have bitched about it. Oh, no, see.
They would have bitched about it.
An old guy burying Seth Rollins. Just like when Punk lost to Rock. Remember that? Remember how
it wouldn't have mattered, in my opinion, if Seth Rollins, if his heel character is really good, he's supposed to be,
Punk's character, and Punk character was on fire in 2013. Heel CM Punk 2013 with Paul Heyman.
Oh, no. Heel CM Punk was garbage.
Okay, fine.
He was so bad, dude. Like, he made me almost turn off the channel. Like, I wanted Ryback to beat him so bad for the title. I was so pissed when Ryback. Well, maybe he did his job, or maybe I was just a big Ryback fan. I don't know, but I thought heel CM Punk was bad.
Like, when he finally turned heel with Paul Heyman, that was good.
But who turned heel?
When CM Punk turned heel with Paul Heyman.
You mean,
and the pipe bomb?
Not the pipe bomb. When he was like a really big
post pipe bomb.
When he first brought back Paul Heyman and stuff, like when he started like high fiving the kid, he slid his hand back, started asking for respect. That was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more straighter society Punk. I love that CM Punk. That Punk was balling.
Y'all took me down, straight down memory lane with that one.
But again, when Punk lost the belt to Rock, people were bitching about it. People went fucking berserk. Did you see Kid behind the camera? Who I met in Brooklyn, by the way. Again, that would have happened if Rollins would have lost to Sting. Yeah, if you're an old school fan who watched NWA, Mid Atlantic, WCW back in that day, in the 90s, whatever, when Sting was, the guy in that company. Yeah, people would have marked out for that aspect, Well, but other than that, though, yeah, it would have been, oh, look at this, Seth Rollins losing to a 50-something-year-old man who's a part-timer. This is bullshit. That's what would have happened. That's exactly what would have happened.
I think they couldn't afford it. I mean, think about it. They flopped on the WrestleMania situation.
However, though, what I would have, and again,
we all agree on that one.
I would have been for signaling the bell. Okay, think about it. It's time to change it up a little bit. I'm not saying give Sting a long run. Not a long run.
Dude, no, they should have had Triple. But Hell in a Cell should have been Triple H versus Sting, Undertaker, Brock Lesnar. What bigger double main event could you fucking ask for?
No, what I was saying though, what you could have done, we could have had, all right. Yeah, you give Sting a run, and then have the rematch at the MSG show on the network, and then have Rollins get the belt back then. Again,
no, fuck that. Have Sting go because see, they got to build Triple H and Seth Rollins somehow. You have to build that match somehow. If Seth Rollins can't do something that the game can do, then that just makes it even more animosity between the two. That's what I think. I don't know what they're trying to do with this Kane shit. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What is the main goal of Kane doing this Joseph Park character?
Chase, you're on to something, and I think if anybody was watching this should make any sense of this, but Chase is on to something, and you're on to something just as well here, Steven. You would have had a better storyline come out of this if Sting would have won. You had a situation where Seth Rollins couldn't do what Triple H had done. Now that starts dissension between, of course, the Authority. And then the Authority calls in Sheamus to go do what, of course, Seth Rollins couldn't do. And then you can also have a situation. You got the dissension going on between the Authority. You can make some fun out of the reality that's been going on, where everybody's saying this crowd calling fucking with former members of the Shield. Authority act like it was planned. It was plotted that they were doing this, trying to take out members of the Shield, to where you can have Seth probably make a reunion back with his boys and some type of storyline finally against the Wyatts, throw it in somewhere like that. I mean, so what you can show how now, because I think Seth will make a better face right now. Honestly,
I think that's the big.
He sucks as a heel.
I think that's the money with him. Somewhere down the line, him being a babyface.
I think they're missing like the good points where they can go ahead and do that. I mean, whenever you have a situation where the fans are constantly attacking the Shield back to back. Now this is not years behind. This is like with them a month or two time where Seth walks down the ramp and the fan is chasing him. Ambrose about to get stabbed. You got Roman Reigns getting hit over the fucking back with briefcases and shit. Something's kind of like saying storyline. Like, I would have ran with a storyline with that, with somebody trying to assassinate the Shield. Stupid. That's my opinion. In the brighter world, that would have been it. Now let's go on down to TNA. What's going on with TNA in this week? Like, what was going on this week with TNA that was good or that was bad or that just sucked?
I would say the only bad thing I saw was Melendez's one-legged drop kick. And that was a finisher. That was the only bad thing I really saw on TNA.
Melendez need to hear him turn heel. Please turn him heel. I can't.
That's not happening.
Yeah, they can't. It's hard. It's hard because
he's a warrior.
Yeah, that's the only problem. Is his fucking because that's what they brought him in as a war hero and stuff like that. Yeah, he can make it work.
Sergeant Slaughter's a fucking war hero.
Yeah, but Sergeant Slaughter turned his back on America and gave information to Iraq. Damn it! That's what he did. That's what he fucking did. So that's why we booed his man. Sergeant Slaughter's an asshole.
If TNA and whoever was the writers of TNA, if they listening, look, if you want to make Sarge a believable character, if y'all are planning to keep his contract going, turn him into a heel to where he has to cheat to win. He should be cheating to win. He should not beat nobody straight up. Honestly, he should lie, cheat, and steal on everybody. And I would really buy into his character as far as cheating, hitting somebody with the leg, choking somebody out. His maneuver should be a fucking chokehold. He should not John Cena nobody around the ring. He should choke the shit out of somebody or cheat, do whatever you got to do. But I agree with American Alucard. That was my lowest point of the show. I give it his leeway. Them giving shout out to the Wounded Warrior. I get that, but I feel like it's time to make him count for something there. It's not too many times the fans are gonna allow that shit and just be like, oh yeah, Sergeant Wounded Warrior.
Hill Steven, Eric, I'm gonna ask you, Eric Young, has he grown on you?
Man,
No.
I mean, he's
He's
there. I mean,
pathetic.
is he my favorite heel? Not really. I mean,
I mean,
granted, yeah.
Is he
I mean,
top 5 heel in all of wrestling? American.
right now,
Oh,
right now.
how's that? How's
In
that?
my opinion, yes, he's dead.
Out of all the heels today, I guess by default, what heels are there? We have Seth Rollins. Where's my statue? Where's my statue? We have Bray Wyatt. The face of fear. We have fucking EC3. Hey man, Jeff Hardy, you have to give me my copy the right type of way. Like, you know, yeah, great. The Miz, I am the Marine. Damn it, yeah.
Hey, hold on.
What?
The Miz don't even deserve, please don't put the Miz in nothing. He's not even relevant. Who cares about the fucking Miz?
Deshaun, check your mic, dude.
Yeah, your mic's all fucked up. But I guess by default, Eric Young's the top 5 heel.
I mean, that's sort of a cop out. You're just saying he's not a good heel because it's 2015. You can't go back and say, "Oh, he's not a good heel."
I don't find someone stealing someone's fucking fake prosthetic leg heelish. I'm sorry.
He didn't steal it. It's a form of humiliation.
I didn't find it humiliating. I found it goofy.
Exactly. I mean,
so if you saw somebody knock over a dude with a prosthetic leg in the street, that's not heel or dick thing to do.
Eric Young was doing it. And like that was his main goal, was to get his fucking leg.
No, it wasn't his main goal.
Alucard. Go back to what we were saying earlier.
Yeah.
Go back to what we're saying.
I don't agree with you.
If we don't agree with you, it's not a bad thing. It's not the end of the fucking world.
It's not the end of the world. I'm just saying.
Listen.
That wasn't his main goal.
Listen. If in your opinion, if you think Eric Young is the best heel, that's fine. You're not wrong for that. You're in every right for that. But just because someone does it,
you think Triple H is bad in the ring? I don't give a fuck. I think Triple H is good. You can say how bad he is to you, but I'm not going to agree with you at the end of the day because I think Triple H is good.
I'm saying I wrestling. I don't want you to go back and say, "Oh, he's not a good heel because of what happened in the past." Now, just don't say like, "Oh, yeah, because now is bad." No, in 2015. Just compare them. Don't compare. Oh, Stone Cold back in the day, Big Vader in the day. I don't care about those guys now. It's 2015. Who's the best now?
I Triple H. I think he's the best heel.
What?
And again, Alucard. It goes back to what we're saying.
He's not a heel, bro. He's not a heel.
Yeah, he is. Triple H is a fucking heel.
Hold on. Is my mic on right now?
No, your mic's all messed up.
Triple H be a heel when he has the corporate champion.
You come off like one of those voiceovers from one of those CSI movies and shit. Yeah, that's your voice coming off like that a little bit.
Yeah, like it's like you're trying to hack a call or something. It's like one of those hack a call ones where it's like you know what I'm saying?
Again, listen, Alucard, listen.
I'm trying to figure out how Triple H be a heel. He has a heel corporate young champion. He put him in 2 matches back to back where he could possibly lose a title, and primarily
because he's trying to build up the feud of Triple H and Seth Rollins. He's trying to make Seth Rollins into the man and all that other stuff.
In that situation, Seth Rollins is on a uber douchebag level. Voice, annoyance. Triple H, he's just laughing, joking, dancing with the New Day, doing all these happy things. He hasn't done a heel thing since Daniel Bryan kneed him in the face. It's like Daniel Bryan's knee was an attitude adjustment. I haven't seen Triple H. He's been a dick. He's like a troll, but a funny troll. It's not Triple H heel mode. It's not that. I don't see him. I don't take Triple H serious anymore.
I don't find Eric Young that great in my opinion. Maybe I'm not into this dark character that he's going to. I think it's weak attempt by him, in my personal opinion.
But
I just think it's weak.
Dark though. You can't have. You gotta have some darkness, especially from the
but dark characters don't really scream to me. I think it's just dumb sometimes.
Listen,
I see.
Okay.
Like,
time out. Look again. I think Eric Young, again, is a good performer, a good worker.
Yeah, he's good in the ring. I'll say that.
I'll give you that. Yes. Okay. has he grown on me? I mean, yeah. I mean, by 4 because I'm watching TNA and boom is there. You know what I mean? It's not like his match is I'm gonna turn away. It's there. But again, you know, is he one of the top heels? I mean, not one of the top. I mean, it's the TNA standards, I guess.
I mean, who's better than him as far as a heel in WWE?
WWE, there's not really any heels.
Okay.
I
I
Triple
was
H
going
to
to
be
test
heel.
my mic. How's the mic sounding now?
Much
Great.
better.
Okay,
Like a
thank
woman's
you.
voice, perfect.
So I'm saying like as a combined in the United States, as far as television, I would say maybe Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal would be a better heel than EY.
Dalton
Okay,
Castle.
I'll give you that.
Dalton Castle's a good heel.
Dalton Castle's not a heel. He's not a heel.
He's a fucking heel, dude.
No, he's not a heel because he's facing Silas Young. Silas Young's a heel. Dalton
Okay,
Castle.
let me butt in for a second. Hold up. Now,
Brand.
somebody asked White and said that Triple H was
before he fucked up.
best
Before he
heel
fucked up his shit.
right now.
I think he is. Yeah.
What is he doing? What is he doing that is just heelish?
Dalton Castle has done nothing heelish but entertain us and lay on other men and be a manly man. That's the only thing. That's not heelish. And he has his boys.
The boys are the greatest. That dude's a star. Dalton Castle's a fucking star.
But he's not a heel though.
Oh, he acts like a heel. He acts like a heel though.
He's a
I'm gonna say that. Cause he's going against Silas Young. Silas Young, now that's a heel.
Bram's a heel. Bram before he fucked up was a heel. Now, if you had told me, okay, listen, if you would have give Eric Young's dark, psychotic, wacky. When I mean wacky, I don't mean wacky in a shit way. I mean wacky like in a crazy, you know, way. That's what I mean when I always say wacky.
Yeah.
In a perfect world,
I thought
Eric Young and Bram should be going against the Wolves for the title.
Honestly, I thought James Storm was a better heel than Eric Young before he left TNA. My personal opinion.
There you go.
I thought because James Storm to me, when he talked, I listened. With Eric Young, I can't take him seriously, man. He's sorry.
Eric Young brings like them shades of macho madness, man. He's just fucking zany. You believe that this ignorant ass motherfucker is gonna do something crazy. You believe it. You know,
I just find it too bad overacting. He's like overacts too much. I'm just like, oh, dude.
I don't know. You believe what he says he's gonna do. He's crazy like that for real.
James Storm had it down, man. He would come to the ring. He would crouch down. He would have his beer. He would just take a sip every once in a while. Talk really nice and smooth, and you're like, damn, dude, good fucking shit. Eric Young, he comes in, he's pointing, he's all like acting all spastic and stupid.
I think we can all agree. I think we can all agree here, around the table, we can all agree that TNA dropped the ball with James Storm. They did. With his title run, they dropped the ball with. I'm sorry.
Oh, you talking about back then? Oh, I thought you were talking about now.
Overall, like this is a guy that you think about it should have been competing for the world title, even with the character that he had in the Revolution. That's a guy that should have been competing for the world title.
Honestly, now I really agree. I agree with that. But I felt like the Revolution.
Now again, if I'm TNA, again, if he was still around, I would have had the main event: James Storm versus Bobby Roode. If Bobby Roode was still this face champion, whatever it was, had that be the main event.
So King of the Mountain versus the world heavyweight champion.
No. Let's go back to
I would never book King of the Mountain ever. I would never book King of the Mountain ever.
Okay, what are you saying, Steven?
What I'm saying is, okay.
In 2011.
No.
Oh,
okay,
he's about 2011.
2015, not 2015. Remember when Bobby Roode was, remember he won the title from Lashley, whatever, right? If they would have kept this going, maybe at Slammiversary, what they should have done had, with James Storm as a heel, Bobby Roode.
Yeah, because he was on fire with that Gunner feud. That was a good feud in my opinion.
Hell no.
Come on, whacking a beer bottle over Gunner's dad.
Yeah, making fun of the Army. What an asshole.
Making fun of the Army.
That's kind of John Cena-ish if you want to go there. Like
he making fun of the Army, the military.
I don't think that was funny at all. I don't think people took that as that's funny. I think they just took that as really.
I mean, hey.
That's how I felt when EY. That's how I felt when EY pulled the leg off Chris Melendez. I was like, oh.
Then basically, how would you feel any happiness if you saw that scene of James Storm disrespecting the American war hero?
I'd say what a prick. I mean, you're the Tennessee Cowboy. You all about this redneck America bullshit, but you hate the Army. What a douche. Eric Young's Canadian. I can understand why he hates the American Army more than most people.
But
hold on, you like
that isn't brought into it. He's just known as a nut job.
Thank you.
They've hardly ever mentioned that he's Canadian.
Yeah, but
really, he's Tennessee.
He's from Canada by birth, but he's being built. His gimmick is built from Nashville, Tennessee.
But no, like like when Chris Jericho said he's from Atlanta, he's
Chris Jericho.
he's here. Like in
Born
WWE,
in New York.
Second home. They call it second
home. Yeah. Chris Jericho from Manitoba, whatever, Canada, but hailing from Atlanta, Georgia, from Manitoba, Canada, like right there. It's pretty much
it's like how they do on UFC. They show by way. It may say, Rampage from Memphis, Tennessee, by way of Los Angeles, California, and all that type of shit. Yeah, we got it. Well, but still, in my opinion, EY is fucking hilarious and gold on the heel version. Like I think he's a great heel. You know, he's believable to me. And
I think
to stay in top 5
with him, I think TNA missed an opportunity with Eric Young back in 06-05 with the whole "Don't fire Eric."
Mm-hmm.
They had something there.
Oh, even after World Elite, I thought his World Elite heel run was 10 times better than this heel run.
His what now?
The World Elite. I loved World Elite. I thought that shit was great.
I kind of agree with him on this because he was swift with his talking. He was maniacal, and he just kept saying shit that just pissed you the fuck off.
He made you take that jobber faction actually fucking seriously.
You did.
Like,
you did.
It was like World Elite should have not been like a big deal, but Eric Young, even when he was like, I think he was like global champ or something like that. He was like global champ, and the global title at that time wasn't really getting much love. And it was like he was doing a good job carrying that title and stuff and making World Elite feel like a bigger deal than they should have been. So that's why I say he's a better heel than he is now, because like to me, most of the feuds he's been in, I just haven't really cared. I just feel like there's not really any direction for him. I don't see where he's going to go at the end of this. And I felt like, they don't give him like any like short title run out of this. Like he turns heel for what reason? That's why I say this heel run is not really that.
I understand.
Like Byron never really respected him and never gave him a title. So he felt like it was.
And that's a good reason to be heel. I like that angle. But the problem was they never went like with a nice little short title run or Eric Young's ruining Bobby Roode's family's lives or some shit like that. It's like they used to do stuff like this where they would actually do little things for the characters. Remember when what's it called? Freaking Alex Shelley with the fucking Shelley paparazzi shit. The Abyss and Christian feud where Abyss went to Christian's house and beat the fuck out of him. Little shit like that is good. That's good stuff. That's good.
In my opinion, right now, 2015, Eric Young he's a hell of a good person right now to have his heels because he's helping out a lot of different characters, especially both of them with different feuds and different rivalries. I mean, his character, he's in his Macho Madness stage, to where he's just a zany motherfucker going at anybody. He can do any goddamn thing at any damn time, and he's believable in it. So you can't, I'm not saying that y'all are, but for anybody that had an issue with him right now, I don't understand how could you have an issue with him. He's gold as far as the go-to guy to be that good heel because he's believable, he's irritating, and he does just what he needs to do to get a face over or whoever that's opposing him, like Jeff Jarrett when he went to Global Force and interfered in when he's up there just randomly and just started fucking with Jeff Jarrett and just randomly. That shit was fucking hilarious. I was like, what the hell is he doing? But he pissed everybody in that audience off badly. That's the heat that he can pick up. Not like a Miz who probably won't even get booed. They won't even give a shit that he's there. There
was a time where Miz was hot as a heel. There was a time where Miz was hot as a heel. We can't deny that.
Yeah, we can barely remember it though. It's like a flick.
He was a good WWE champion. I thought he was good as WWE champion, man. He did a good job. Y'all can give the sarcastic. Y'all can give a sarcastic. Y'all can give the sarcastic laugh to all the shit I say. I can do the same shit to you guys, but I'm being respectful. I'm being respectful like you. I'm being respectful like you.
If that's your opinion, though, that Miz was a
good champion.
Oh, good champion. Okay, he was a good champion.
He was a good champion.
I didn't say he was a great champion. It was good for what he needed to do. He got Alex Riley over. He got Alex Riley over out of all fucks in the world. You telling me Eric Young could go out there and get Alex Riley over?
Being over and like what, I don't really just I can see.
I'll say this: Samuel Shaw was a better heel than Eric Young. How about that? Laugh at that. Be disrespectful, because I'm being respectful to you guys, but you guys seem to like to laugh at a lot of stuff. So maybe I should be disrespectful.
Hold on. You said Samuel Shaw was a better heel than EY.
Yeah, I love Samuel Shaw. That guy was great. That's a great fucking heel.
Me and Hill was more talking about this. We liked his heel run when he was being that creepy dude. Like I liked that role.
That's good.
Because I had never seen it. It was fresh. It was original. I never seen nobody actually have a character where he
Bro, your
stalked.
mic is off again. Try to fix it.
Well, I never had seen nobody that actually stalked the character. But take from there, guys.
Go to the settings. Hold on. Go to your settings. Click on it. Where you see where it says play test sound under. Go from studio. Go to studio. Where it says voice. Click on it. Then move to studio. Should be good after that.
Yeah, but like I was saying, it's just like when it comes down to it, it's like Eric Young as a psycho dark heel. I can't buy into that shit. That's not him. I just feel like he's trying to do this role. Good for him. He's trying, but it's like Stardust. Everyone loves Stardust for whatever dumb dick reason. I know. I think it's dumb and stupid. But Cody Rhodes does a good job playing it. I'm not saying Eric Young does a bad job playing it, Alucard. He does a good job, but I don't care for it. I don't think it's that great. He does fine for what he needs to do. But I find him too spastic. I find him too annoying. I just feel like he's trying way too hard.
But they're supposed to be. But you say you don't like dark characters, though. I mean, do you like Bram as a dark character? Bram's a dark character.
I thought Bram was good for what he needed to do. He was more of a hardcore extremist wrestler, but I thought he was good for what he needed to do, but not really a big fan.
So, see, you're not a fan of, like, the smash mouth, I might break somebody's teeth type of wrestler. You're more like, what kind of heels do you like?
I like heels that actually. I like my fair share of Smash Mouth heels. Big Boss Man was a great Smash Mouth heel before he was doing the whole Big Show shit. But I'm just saying, like, when it comes down to it, the psychotic character heels, I've seen that gimmick so many times performed, whether it be WWE, TNA in the past, RoH.
What gimmick is that? Who you talking about?
Like psychotic characters. You know what I'm saying? Like psychotic characters. I've seen that performed way too many times in the past. Just find it cliche and dumb. That's just me. There's just way too many people that do it in the past, and Eric Young, he tries, he does a good job, but like when it comes down to annoying, it's not good heel heat annoying. It's more of like, why are you doing this annoying? Like, this is just a headache annoying, you know? Like Kane, I said no when Kane came out. Does that make Kane a good heel? No, it just means I don't want to see the fucker. I get pissed off when I think Goober's going to win the title. Does that make Sheamus a good character? No, I don't want to see Goober as my fucking champion. Because that'll make WWE into a bigger joke.
Thank you,
Red Rooster fuck.
Thank you, Steven, for the mic thing.
That's the way they built Sheamus and Kane. They built EY like he could be a legit threat. I mean, you also got to think about back in the day when EY, he's always been the same way. It's just the way
it's hard to take EY to that point when the guy, just the shit that he went through in TNA. There's the guy, remember, that competed in his supposed bikini contest with who's Kazarian's wife in real life? Like fucking
Tracy.
Tracy Brugg. He was a 1.5 for the Knockouts Tag Team Champion. Mm-hmm. There's so much shit they put him in. Did he need to be there? No.
And then the way he won his world title was kind of like.
He beat Madness. In a clean, with a clean.
Yeah, but the way it was booked, all the shoulder injury, he wrestled 2 matches in one night. Yeah, the underdog with the beard. Yes.
Yeah, but they're 2 different wrestlers. They're
2 different wrestlers, but
at that time, especially, EY did a good job as being champion. I can't lie.
EY was booked better than Bryan. EY was booked better than Bryan.
Yeah, but that's not saying much because. But how can we really judge Eric Young and Daniel Bryan's title reign? Daniel Bryan's title reign lasted a minute. Eric Young lasted way too long.
It was also how WWE treated Bryan. I mean, I hate to go conspiracy, but WWE, they don't care about
y'all. Are right. Okay, I was gonna say, Bryan.
I mean, put it this way: if they didn't care about Bryan, they were not putting him in the main event then. Do you think
they were forced to put him in there?
Not even. Yeah, I mean, again, if they didn't give a shit, they would say, "Fuck the fans. We're gonna go with the main event at WrestleMania 30 with Randy Orton versus Batista. That's the main event."
I think Daniel Bryan's booking was better because I think WWE kind of milked it. It made you want him to be champion more. You know, way more than.
Yeah, because like Eric Young, it wasn't like he was being set up to win the TNA title at that time. Like he wasn't like even like a thought of contender to beat Magnus for the title. I think a lot more people were scared that Kurt Angle was going to win the title again
But
than Eric Young
really
becoming
felt like
champion.
but to my TNA marks out there though, even though Eric Young was kind of timely like the same way, but his was still understandable at the same time because he was a forgot about superstar that had been under the radar.
Yeah, but Daniel Bryan was actually set up to possibly win a title. Was Eric Young set up properly to become champion? No, not really. Like I said, more people were worried that Kurt Angle would become champion again than Eric Young win the TNA title. If you were going to tell me on that show, when let's say no one knew spoilers, right? That show was happening live. Would you have said Eric Young was going to win that battle royale to go face off against Magnus?
Yeah, because like 2 months ago they already had set it up because they were doing the Abyss thing, and then Samoa Joe got involved and they got into it, and he was like, "I can be a world champion." You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not this zany, goofy guy or whatever. I'm a world-class athlete or whatever. They got the ball rolling. They had matches. He won it. And when he said that promo, I was like, they're going to set him up to win champion because really nobody was, in close to Magnus. So it would have had to be somebody Brown Roots like Eric Young.
He was over. He was over as well. The fans were highly behind EY at that particular time. So. Because he was because it was coming off the heels of being, that funny guy. He was having everybody, he was doing the most funniest shit ever. EY is gold when it came to comedy. Nobody was doing comedy like EY. EY was just,
it was great in comedy. I won't deny that.
Especially the little shit he was doing with Orlando Jordan at that time. He was the funniest shit I ever seen. Just EY. So he was coming off the heels of just being that beloved, crazy motherfucker. Then he had the TV show going. So I kind of saw it, but then again I didn't see it. I'm kind of on the heels with no heel pun intended, but I'm kind of on the heels with Chase on this one. I think that it was kind of a shocker. I was like, "Wow, I didn't see that one coming," but I understand it now. So it was a good run for him as well. So I do get that. But now we also got rumors that's floating around in the sky. Everybody's crying about the whole Kane situation. People saying he should have came back as the old school Kane with the mask and shit like that. People are saying, doing the whole slash. What they saying, the Joseph Parks situation. I mean, first I'm gonna take a pick at it. I think people need to give it a rest. I mean, I think it's two different characters. I don't think it's him directly trying to be a fucking Joseph Parker. The whole situation. It is similar. But I think people need to give it a rest. I mean,
but everything in wrestling's similar, so that's why I hate when people do that shit. We're like, oh, they're copying TNA, oh, they're copying WWE. Like, no shit. The NWO wasn't original. That was a copy of a New Japan gimmick, So
and if he is copying Joseph Park, he's doing a terrible job at it. I'll say that.
Well, Joseph Park. See, the difference between Joseph Park and Abyss, and then Kane and what Corporate Kane is this. Corporate Kane is pretending like he doesn't know who the demon is. Like, that's the difference is. He's having a split personality debate. While Joseph Park was claiming to be Abyss's brother and saying that he was looking for his brother Chris and all that other stuff. So it was like 10 times different. It was like 10 times different. And Joseph Park was a much lovable character, man. Like, he said some of the funniest shit, dude. I love Joseph Park.
And I actually liked it.
It was a shame when Alucard. It was a shame when Alucard told me that EY had a feud with Joseph Park and that he revealed himself to be Abyss. I was like, no, dude, why? Why? You ruined a great character, TNA. Why? Joseph Park's great.
It was Abyss versus Eric Young in a Monsters Ball match, and Abyss was about to hit Eric Young with Janice. And Eric Young just snatched up and grabbed his mask off. And then Joseph Park or Abyss hit him with the black hole slam into the thumbtacks and won the match. And that when he saw it in glass, he was like, "Oh, I'm Abyss / whatever." So that was
the storyline of it. I think they handled the storyline of it the best. Even from the Authority Kane to the Evil Senator. But still, in my way with WWE, they made sense out of the Kane Authority angle, where they would, if he put on that mask, he would be that guy. Or if he, when Stephanie took it off, he was no longer the pit bull or whatever. He was now a corporate guy or what like this. So, I mean, but I like TNA's Joseph Park and Abyss angle better. It just told a better story to me. But still, I understand WWE's angle. So for everybody that's disgusted about WWE's representation of Kane. I understand that portion. I mean,
It's
but
probably the most consistent they've been with Kane. I'll say that because Kane has had no consistency throughout his career, so at least they're consistent with something, right?
I think he plays his part. I mean, a lot of folks don't like Kane right now. They hate him. I think he plays his part in some ways. I mean,
I just think he needs to retire. He's just too old.
Well, how old is Kane? Like, what, 45, 46?
He's been wrestling since '89, so
Under different gimmicks.
under different gimmicks, yes.
Well, I know did you guys see the main event of TNA, the 5-way?
I only watch TNA on Saturday mornings before I go to work, so but I know Drew McIntyre, aka Drew Galloway.
No WWE slave name is Galloway. Now the guy.
Okay. Now you cannot call anyone WWE fanboy. You just use WWE slave name. You cannot use fanboy ever again. You use fanboy, dude.
Mia Yim has a TNA slave name. Mia Yim has a TNA slave name.
I'm gonna call him Drew McIntyre because that's what most people know him as. So, Drew McIntyre won.
I think people have forgotten about Drew McIntyre. Most people know him as Galloway.
Well, if you ask a casual fan, do you know who Drew Galloway is? They're gonna be like, who? If you say Drew McIntyre, they're gonna know who Drew McIntyre is. He had one of the best entrance scenes of all time. What's that metronome I hear? Like, oh, great shit. But yeah, he won. Who did he beat to face EC3?
Davey Richard, I think it was.
That's it. I thought it was a 5-way.
I know it was. Hold up. I know it was him. I know it was Bobby Lashley. I know it was
my boy Lashley getting screwed again, man. TNA just hates him.
I know it was Mr. Sensitive bitch boy. Davey Richards, who's super sensitive to.
He's just a dick. I love Davey Richards. He is a real life asshole. He doesn't change. I can't wait till he turns heel and starts slapping people in the nuts again like he used to. That guy's awesome.
You better give TNA a sign, because knowing TNA, I mean, do you want the tag division to die? Because think about it. The tag division in TNA is the Wolves division. It's only one tag team. You're
right. That's why they need bringing more tag teams so they can go and split them apart, bring them back. I want to see Dave Richards as an S division.
Think about it. At this point of the game, in a perfect world, they would have been split. You would have had Davey Richards versus Angle. You would have had Eddie Edwards versus Angle. You would have had Bobby Roode versus,
Richards versus Angle has already happened on a one-night period.
No, but I'm talking about in a feud, though, not just one.
Okay. Yeah, like actual feud. Like we actually see a feud. To me, too, it's like, Galloway is good and all, but like I don't see why they would give him a belt. I don't see them giving them the TNA title. Like I wouldn't give it to him. I would keep EC3 with the championship.
It fits. I mean, I want to say now. I think Jeff Hardy is probably going to turn heel. But it fits.
You mean turn face? You mean turn face?
Be EC3. It fits. It's written that way.
So I don't know. I think if they're playing their cards right here, and when the next UK Maximum Impact tour, they're gonna be rocking.
Well, okay, Steven, this is TNA we're talking about here. We know that they're going to have the title change happen in the UK tour. That's how they do. So TNA builds more for their television shows than their pay-per-views. I don't agree with it, but hey, that's how they do it. That's their business.
It's just structure. I don't agree with the way they operate their business practices. That's pretty much what it comes down to.
So, but when it comes down to it, it's just like when I understand why people want to see Galloway as champion, but it's just like I don't see right now where him being champion would help you out any, if that makes anything sense. Okay. I feel EC3 as champion is fine as it is because at least people kind of care about EC3. Like if people say what's one good thing about TNA, some people say like, oh, I like that Ethan Carter, the third guy. I don't see Drew Galloway being that one guy where it's like, oh yeah, Drew Galloway, he carries TNA on his shoulders. I think EC3 is the guy that can carry. Yeah, he can carry TNA on his shoulders. I don't see Drew Galloway as that guy, and I don't see Drew Galloway being the one that should end his quote unquote undefeated streak. He
probably ended not this pay per view, but down the road because like I said, it writes itself out.
The way I look at it in the UK is going to be Rockstar Spud.
He's been Rockstar Spud like 4 or 5 times already. Now it's kind of getting pathetic.
You get the story though. The story is Rock's bud. He keeps trying and trying, but he keeps on failing.
No, it's gonna. Steven, that would make too much. That would make too much sense for Rockstar Spud. It's gonna be Grado yourself.
Hey,
Grado.
okay.
I mean, like I said, I keep saying it writes itself. The 99% Occupy Wall Street. Drew Galloway. That's the reason they gave him that game.
But Drew
That's the reason.
But Drew Galloway's not Occupy Wall Street though. People got let's be real about it. People got excited for Drew Galloway, real shit, off that YouTube video from ICW in fucking Scotland. That, which I thought was fucking amazing. That's pretty much it. Yeah, he's a good performer. Don't get me wrong, but that's pretty much what people got excited about Drew Galloway off that YouTube video in Scotland.
But I just don't see where Drew Galloway will help TNA out. I think EC3 is a more better guy if you're going business sense going forward, being a heel and stuff like that. I don't see where Drew Galloway winning the title, especially like what? Isn't this his first world title shot, right?
He's had a world title shot before, and Eli Drake turned on him.
He means like pay-per-view wise. Yeah,
it's gonna be it needs to happen at a pay-per-view next year over there in Scotland. I think they go to Scotland like I forgot the name of that thing. Like the Hydro.
Dude, they're not going to pay-per-views in Scotland. They're not doing that. They do their taped show. That's the problem too. The way they structure their tapings, way far out.
Yeah, they're way far out.
That's very true.
It's. I just think. I just think it's too well.
I'll be honest with you.
There's a reason they did it. It's too big of a coincidence. You got a 1% character. You got a 99% character. One gets everything, and one doesn't. And for the people, they're going to have to clash sooner or later. And sooner or later, he's going to have to rise. Drew's going to have to rise up and get that belt.
Yeah, but
it just fits too perfect.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, yeah, he fits it, but I just feel like EC3 is a better guy to win, to retain that Bound for Glory. I'm not saying Drew Galloway should ever become champion. I'm just saying, like, right now, I don't see where TNA would make the right decision. Because, like, I feel with EC3, he should have been TNA champion when they were doing the Dixieland shit. He should have been the guy that was TNA champion.
I mean, that would have been just like putting – he had like 5 matches.
But even then, he was a guy that you need to build around. You needed a young face, a young, fresh face in that TNA title scene.
Him and Magnus are the same age.
Yeah, I don't care. I find EC3 better than Magnus.
No, it's not like a young star. There, if you talking about,
but who would you rather take? Who would you build your company around, Magnus or EC3?
Whew. I mean,
let me ask you a question.
Magnus, he played wrong. He was
time. Alucard. You put EC3 and Magnus both side by side.
Yeah.
Who's younger? Who's the old? Who looks younger? Who looks the oldest?
Magnus looks. Both of them look kind of young.
No.
You're just a fan of both of these guys. Just answer. Who would you take, EC3 or Magnus?
Oh, I would take EC3 because
there we go. That's why I'm saying he should have been the face of Dixieland. Like, if AJ Styles is doing the job, like, I'm sorry, if AJ Styles, the quote unquote Mr. TNA, the dude of TNA, is going to put over someone on the way out the fucking door, why is he putting over Magnus? Where's Magnus now, man? Magnus is like toying around. He's not even in TNA anymore. He signed with GFW and all this stuff. Like, that's why I'm saying EC3 would have made sense. Like, yeah, you're saying like it's way too quick, but sometimes in wrestling you have to make stars quick. So it's like that's why I'm saying Randy Orton was too quick. Brock Lesnar, Sheamus was like on the roster for what, 2 minutes? Like his career highlight was beating up Kofi Kingston on ECW and making Jamie Noble retire, and yet he beat Super Cena. So that's what I'm saying. It's fine for EC3 to win the title at that time, especially when people were kind of hot on the guy. Like, he was really, you can't deny the dude was hot. He was hot when he first debuted.
I mean, but he would have been lost the title by now.
Nah,
he racked up all these victories, and then when the time was right, he beat Craig.
No, but the problem is, Alucard, the thing is like, one, TNA was building up EC3 to become world champion, but they didn't have it on their pay-per-view. Two, a lot of people got disenfranchised by TNA at this moment of time because of the whole Spike TV and them going to Destination America. Not a lot of people can watch Destination America and all other stuff, and a lot of if you have internet, if you have internet, you can watch it. But Alucard, not everyone is going to fucking look it up. Understand that.
No. No, you don't even have to look it
about
up.
this.
If you
And
type,
put this. And hold on, time. And if you go on Bobby Rules and all that, that doesn't count for their rating number. That doesn't count.
but if you want to watch the show,
Yeah, but if you want the show to grow in numbers, you can't go on promoting. Go on BollyRules.net. That's not increasing the numbers.
Dixie Carter, Byru, they've all said they watch screens. So if they're not worried about, they say they want to put out a good product.
Yeah,
if they're telling you watch
because
screens,
it's their content. But they're not going to tell you, hey, watch our.
They tell people. Byru said, hey, I know a lot of people can't find it. You probably want to watch it on the screen.
Yeah, but they're not going to tell you, hey,
he
guess what?
Told people to watch the screen.
Bro, can I finish? Bobby Roode, Dixie Carter, Delusional Dixie, they're not going to tell you, hey, check out our pay-per-view, Bound for Glory, coming up this Sunday. Hey, but I get it, times are hard. Go on this site illegally for free.
But that's a pay-per-view. I'm talking about a television show, a weekly television show. If you use this, I can't watch.
That still costs money to make. I hope you know that.
It costs money, yeah, okay, but you still.
It still costs money to make.
You're not going to watch the show. But you're not going to watch the show.
Alucard, do you know why ratings are important, right? Because it helps make money for the product. But anyways,
they're still so like you're not going to watch the show because don't get counted as a rating. That's the reason you don't watch the show.
I record the show, so it's easy for. I have Destination America. I record it. I'm still giving them a rating. So
you're giving them a rating.
I am.
What's the difference between just watching the show?
If you watch the show, but if you're watching the show, if you go, no one's gonna waste their time to watch 2 hours of Impact when they can easily read the results.
But reading it results is not. That's like reading a book and reading a movie and watching a movie. Two different.
But you're saying all wrestling fans need to waste their time, go watch TNA right now. What if you don't have time? What if you work two jobs? Alcon, what if you work two jobs? Maybe work two jobs.
I got two jobs.
What if you just don't feel like wanting to watch a full episode of TNA? You just want to know what happened and stuff like that. There's not a consistent time for and a consistent network for people to check out every single time. That's what you don't understand, Alucard. People are lazy. People don't like to go the extra mile sometimes. Good for you. You go the extra mile to watch wrestling. More power to you. Not everyone's going to do that, though. Not everyone. Alucard. It's like you being a football fan, and I say to you, "Hey, man, did you see that Odell Beckham play?" And then you're like, "Oh, no, man, I didn't watch Odell Beckham." I'm like, "Dude, it's all over the internet. You can check it out. Why aren't you checking it out?" And you're like, "I just don't have time." It's like saying the same thing.
That's a play compared to a whole show. Of course, it's easier to watch a play than a whole show, but this is a complaint from they can't watch TNA because they work two jobs, but they'll watch 3 hours of crappy Raw. Not doing a Raw comparison, but if something's better or a better quality, and you say I'm not gonna watch it because of something or whatever, just a week.
But people got disenfranchised. That's what you're not understanding.
But you're not disenfranchised from WWE. You're not disenfranchised from WWE.
I'm disenfranchised from all companies at this point. Being honest here, unlike you, I don't try to. I'm not.
I'm about to change the podcast team to MMA.
Yeah,
I'm about to join the fight community.
I'm being honest here. I'm not like you trying to enable shit to make it feel better. That's what you do. You enable TNA to make it sound better than it is. But when you go down there, it's just like it's not all the beans are freaking grass is greener on the other side. It's just as bad as the grass in the WWE. Yes, it is.
Division. EC3 way better champion than
again, dude. That's your opinion.
That's your opinion, and you don't understand that.
Alucard, I'm willing to propose something here. I guarantee you, this is a honest. You can't go 2 months, without replying to a TNA critique, reply to
like we can't critique TNA because you get mad about it. We say something sucks in TNA, you jump on it. You go ahead, say something about WWE sucks. Me and Steven might disagree, but we're not going to critique you on it. We're not going to be like, well, you see, that was a character that they were trying to build up and stuff. Like, I'm not going to fucking defend some stuff in WWE is stupid.
Most time when people say...
Put it this way. I'll give you an example. Hold on. Time out. I can post right now on Facebook a WWE meme making fun of WWE. I guarantee you'll be the first one to like it.
Oh, you'll like it. You'll love it.
And you'll share it. Because I've seen you do it before.
Yeah.
But if I post an empty TNA arena, For example, or LOL TNA. You will go, oh, you're a blind hater. You're a blind this, bro. Put it this way, dude. I'll give you another example, dude. Andre Corbeil. At one time, Andre was given a lot of shit for hating on TNA. For being a huge TNA supporter. But guess what, dude? At least Andre respects people's opinions. He'll listen to people's opinions and shit. Why can't you?
Because
hold up. Hey, Andre, he's done shows, hangouts with the Smart Busters, with Wrestling Jesus, with General Jerry, Enter the Arenas, even Sean's View. And those that you claim are big TNA haters and shit. And again, Andre's able to listen to people's opinions and respect it whether they're right or wrong. But he won't go off on people and shit. You do.
Most time I do that. It's to counter the lies and bullshit.
But your approach to the game though, bro. Your approach to the shit. That's the problem. It's fine to agree to disagree, but bro, you take the shit to the fucking T. It's like, put it this way, dude. If I'm gonna say right now, oh, TNA, I don't know, I'll give you an example. TNA, I didn't like this match. Oh my god, it's like I killed your best friend.
I asked why, and then like most time when I say,
I'll tell you why.
And we'll tell you why. It's like if I killed your friend. I took some money off your wallet.
But Alcott, you
respond to me and say like the wrestling. Oh, the show was bad. I asked him, well, why was it bad? Because it's TNA and because it didn't make money.
But bro,
that's
again,
not a reason.
You shouldn't be invested though. If they say something, all right, fine, take it for what it is. Move on. But don't go into arguments. Oh, this and this and that, this and that, bro.
But I also find it kind of funny that.
Dude, I find it funny that you call yourself guy on the internet who does life review, but yet you post a thumbnail of the show.
Everybody does that. Everybody.
Right, but you made a video saying that you don't do that though, which makes no sense. But
no, I never.
Anyways.
I mean,
dude, if you're a guy who doesn't lie on the internet for views, you just post a video of yourself.
Yeah, I post videos of myself. My live Q&A has my face.
If you can't read the way it says review,
dude, that's
not my fault.
Dude, at the end of the day, dude, not everyone here is a content creator.
Yeah.
Remember that.
So you tell me people who click on videos can't read. That was just saying.
Dude, some of your subs, dude, there's just viewers who don't have. I guarantee there's people in the comment threads right now who just watch videos, and that's it. And they're new to. They're not familiar with the terminology of the YWC or the IWC. They just boom. Let's see what the fuck's going on. Let's say for example. Go on, Chase. I'm sorry.
And the thing is like.
Because honestly, dude, real shit, you come off like the Tool with that name, bro. You come
off
like the Tool.
Big fucking Tool. I'm not trying to disrespect. I'm being honest here. It's a pathetic name. I'll be dead honest here. Change your name back to American Alucard. That makes more sense.
No.
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. They have the EC. It's cool. They have the EC3 logo. That's cool. That's cool and all. But dude, that's a long. Can you pronounce that shit in one breath?
Yo, guy on internet who doesn't like reviews.
Say it 5 times in a row. Right?
Guy on internet who doesn't like reviews. Guy on internet who doesn't like reviews. Guy on internet who doesn't like reviews. Guy on internet who doesn't like reviews.
Isn't that a long fucking name, bro?
That's a long fucking name.
It's not. It's long, but it also.
At least can you maybe abbreviate it?
No,
maybe
it's about. I picked the name because it's a counter to all the bullshit in white. Let's face it. Most of the YWC. They're big WWE dick suckers. And you can say I'm a TNA guy, a TNA dick sucker, but I found no problems when I bashed TNA when it was bad. As soon as you say TNA is a good product, you're a TNA fanboy. That's how I go.
No, I call you a TNA fanboy because you freaking you defend and enable TNA on so much BS. It's hilarious. You call people WWE fanboys for defending their shit. It's like, then what are you? You're a TNA fanboy. I can go on here, say Kurt Angle, Rockstar, Spud, okay match. You get all that. Why was it just okay? Yeah, I've seen better. It's like that's my reasoning. I've seen better.
For example, my day in life vlog, NXT Brooklyn, he put the video could use more Kana.
Yeah.
Bro, I mean, at the time I didn't know Kana was at the show. I found out Kana at the show the day when
that was a joke though, because nobody know Kana was gonna be there.
Yeah, but dude, then you're like, oh, they gave her a slate. Bro, never thought that maybe she chose the name. 9 times out of 10, a lot of these women in NXT, they have input in their name.
A lot of people in NXT have been put on their name for the most part. Didn't Balor make his own name?
Yeah, Finn
Yeah,
Balor.
but we know why WWE does that. We know why they.
No. They
Trademark.
they,
Trademark.
Yeah, which is very selfish. You know.
I can't vouch for nobody on that situation. I've never heard of it. Somebody until I heard, but I've never heard.
But what I'm saying is, Alucard, is this: it's like you can't take any criticism from TNA, like at all. Like if someone can criticize TNA, you're the first one to defend them. Is that correct?
I mean, I've said the Melendez stuff.
No.
I said that was.
I said that was.
Well, hold on. I talk a lot of shit and I bash TNA around American, and he doesn't. He takes the criticism, and I point out. Like,
have you seen the shit on Twitter though? Have you seen the shit that he does?
Have you seen the shit on Twitter?
Have you seen what on Twitter? Look at what Sweet Me too. Also,
at Dave Meltzer, at this, at that, bro.
It's going back to what I said before and how I balanced it out. Is the situation like if Americans see 5 people attacking one thing, he's gonna be that second person to assist whoever's being outnumbered.
But he doesn't need to do that. That just makes you. That puts a bad rep on you.
Dave Meltzer, he's a big guy in the YWC, big whatever. He lies. We all got to admit, this guy lies. We all knew TNA had a 1-year contract. 1-year contract. What does he say? TNA is going to be canceled in October, September.
I thought, didn't TNA have a multi-year deal?
Yeah, that was multi-year.
It was only 1 year. It was only 1 year. Only 1 year.
They signed.
They said that.
Wait, I thought TNA's deal was supposed to be bunch of other TV shows, access to other networks on that. What the fuck? So now it's only 1 year. Where's this from that?
But the thing with Dave Meltzer, he lied. It's going to be canceled in October.
So, bro,
it comes around.
So if Dave Meltzer,
September, not October, September.
Yeah, and then like Dizzy Carter released a thing where he said, we're only there for 1 year. Now it's getting canceled in February. But then she also says,
Dixie Carter admitted on Sports Illustrated that
but he didn't report the whole story. He didn't report the whole thing. You read the whole article. We're in negotiation with Destiny America, other networks.
But you understand, that's David Meltzer. That's one of a lot of these journalists. That's how they make
That's his job.
But he's been doing it.
But it's his job. But it's his job.
Every year, every time he reports a TNA story, it's going out of business.
But AJ stopped.
Without fail, every year it's something made up that doesn't happen.
But AJ Styles leaving was not made up. That was real.
But that's a contract thing.
But time out.
He did an interview on the Video Show. Said that he was ready to start going out in other areas. He said if they asked him was he gonna go to WWE. He said
Alucard. I don't know. Time out. Because I remember I had this debate with Alucard, and he said to me on Twitter, and I have a great memory, so if you ever debate with me, just know I'll remember the shit you say. Alucard said this. He said Dave Meltzer lied about AJ Styles leaving TNA. He said this on Twitter to me, and I said, no, it was common knowledge AJ Styles was leaving TNA. He's like, no, he lied about that. That's what Alucard said in the Twitter debate once.
The way Dave Meltzer put it, he just left TNA. That's the way he put it.
No, he didn't.
He put it as AJ Styles just left TNA.
You probably gonna have to move to your mic because I think they can barely hear you.
Yeah, the way Dave Meltzer quoted, it was like AJ Styles just left out of contract. Nobody knew he was leaving. We knew he was leaving because of, he didn't sign a contract. Dave Meltzer like he just walked out of TNA. Fuck TNA. That's how he wrote his story.
Well,
Dave Meltzer has a track record every time.
Okay, let's hear here.
Let me ask you, why are you so invested with Dave Meltzer?
Because he's big.
Well, he has a press.
He's supposedly.
Time out. So if Dave Meltzer were to write positive reviews about TNA, you'd be saying, the guy's he speaks the truth. He speaks facts. You would.
It's about if there's a negative story. Okay, but there's also positive stories.
Time out. Let me finish. Let me finish real quick. If Meltzer were to write positive shit about TNA, they're doing great. They're doing this. They're doing that. Fuck WWE. Fuck WWE. Fuck NXT.
You wouldn't call him a liar. You wouldn't call him a liar.
You would call him bound. You would call him this. You would put him on a pedestal.
No.
Just like a lot of the people I put out there put TNA Mech on a fucking pedestal.
No.
Or TNA Insiders on a pedestal because that's what it is, bro. Listen,
no, because I listen to a lot
advice,
of people.
my advice to you, bro, seriously, do real shit. Take my advice to you. Ignore it, bro.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, to do 2 months. That's all I ask for you. I guarantee you can't go 2 months without responding to a TNA critique, without responding to Meltzer, anything against it. You can't. You can't go.
I can't do it because I can't listen to lies. Like once I hear something oh, TNA's going out.
Alucard, you told me, oh, I don't care about all that. I only care about what's going on inside the ring. I don't care about all that other shit. So why all of a sudden, when people are talking about financials and shit, all of a sudden you care? That's hypocritical.
Because it's not.
That's hypocritical. No.
And that's true. I ain't no about it. A lot of stuff that a lot of people these
let him finish. Let Chase.
It goes over.
No.
Let
me just say, it's like you can't be just telling me, oh, I have to enjoy the in-ring only. I only should be caring about what's going on TV, and then all of a sudden you come on here on the internet, and then you're always like, oh, how dare you guys lie about the rumors and all this other stuff. Like, pick a side, choose. Are you only caring about what's going on your television set, or are you caring more about the rumors and shit? Pick a fucking side. That's what all I'm saying. You can't fucking be two-faced about this shit.
But it's more of hearing the fuck shit. I mean, the fuck shit does get annoying.
Dude, how many lies do we hear?
There are several video
how long you been on the internet,
YouTubers all around here. One thing that they do is that
how long
one thing that they do. What they do is they make stories up and they get over about that. Now,
let me ask you a question.
The easiest route, and I think Stephen you can identify with this. A lot of times people talk pro WWE because they want to bring in more followers, which is not a big secret. So many of these young guys, they do these videos because and they talk more highly of WWE. Now I'm a WWE fan to the hardcore.
Schleg Daddy, who's one of the highest YouTubers, bashes WWE almost every time.
But at the same time, anything that they do, if compared to another company, will be gold. Prime example, that American Light is a big WWE fan. He can't lie because he watches it Raw faithfully. Ask him about what happened every goddamn Raw. He knows it faithfully. If I call him up, guess what he's watching? Fucking Raw. Guess what he's watching? NXT. Matter of fact, Hill Steven is a witness to that. I was like, man, fuck NXT. But American Alucard was the only one that was talking about in that room. Hey, you guys watch NXT? Hey, you guys watch SmackDown? No, I ain't watched this shit. He's more of a WWE fan than maybe a lot of us on this fucking panel. Well, except with Chase. He's the money guy, Tibiazzi. But this guy, he's a fucking fan for real. And I think that the only reason why he defends her because he hears certain shit that's like, come on, guys.
He would not. But he would never defend WWE. That's just true.
A little bit. Because I used to I bashed the Divas division. Hold on. I bashed the Divas division. Now I'll call American out on anything that I feel like that he's saying wrong. But when I bashed the Divas division, guess who stood up for him? Captain America. I was like, nah, man, that shit that whack as hell. He was like, well, this is going on. They're all like, fuck them. He was like, well,
bro, I've seen hangouts where all these guys done is bash WWE.
Yeah.
But it's where they deserve.
I've seen the tweets.
Alucard, if I were to bash TNA in a fair, objective way, would you be pissed at me?
Not if it was a fair, objective way. If you just say, oh, the show was bad because they didn't sell out.
Okay. Well,
so how come in my TNA review, where I actually enjoyed the episode because I was laughing.
Come on.
I thought it was so funny.
You were doing
funny. That was a funny fucking episode, man. Jeff Jarrett
was funny about Jeff Jarrett returning. That was a very good.
That was hilarious, man. TNA is all like, fuck your young talent. Let's go, Jeff Jarrett.
Alucard, again, it goes back to what we were saying earlier. You thought it was great, and that's fine.
I thought it was great. It was a great episode. They need more episodes like that.
More condescending. It was a condescending review.
I mean, dude, again, you can't take shit on the internet serious, bro. It's the fucking internet.
Dude, hold
on. If this is gonna be the whole revolt around the whole damn show, I mean, American Icon, you stole the show. But, I mean, if that's what you want to do, American, you do it. Chase, if you want to continue to buy TNA products and you want to bitch and complain about it, you do it. For both of you guys, do what the fuck you want to do. If you want to pander more to WWE, do it. I mean,
but the thing is, Alucard can't accept that. He can't accept that people want to be individuals. We have to agree and be a TNA zombie with him.
Now, American, you ain't like that, is you?
No, I'm just saying, when you hear something just so stupid, and it's just like, why you keep reporting this? Like, oh, I heard one dude said a story. He was like, oh,
who's this dude?
Who's the dude?
Source.
Sean,
No, you don't got you don't have to do that because you know how sensitive people are. Now Hill, don't play it dumb. You know how sensitive people are about reporting and all that type of shit.
I don't care.
I
I
like
don't care. Your source.
But every time he reports a TNA story, it's either false or it's
Why do you
very.
care? Why do you care?
Why do you care?
I thought you're all about the in ring. You only care about the in ring. I thought you're all about the in ring.
That's me. I'm that guy. I'm the in ring.
I'm about in ring when it comes to the television product.
Tweet by American Alucard. What do you watch wrestling for, Chase? Huh? And I told him I watch it for the good characters and stuff. You told me in the tweet. You told me in the tweet that I don't care about financials and all that backstage bullshit. All I care about is what's on my television set. Boom.
I remember.
On your television set. I'm talking about.
And I remember an episode of RoH. You're like, where's the wrestling?
It's still like he has an opinion, though. Y'all singling that out.
But T-Shawn, what we're trying to say is like, how can your opinion be, hey, it's all about what's on my television set, but yet you get upset anytime someone says something negative about TNA. I've said something negative about TNA. He gets mad about it. It's like, why? It's like, I have to back it up all the time.
On the television, sucks. When I'm watching TNA, when I'm watching the television show, I care about in-ring product. When I'm watching the television show, I don't care about the money then. I don't care about the money or anything when I'm watching the show, the in-ring product.
But if that's how you want to
YouTube, when I get to YouTube and, I'm looking for, hey, a TNA review, I want to hear somebody else's opinion or whatever, I don't need to hear about the money. I don't need to hear about the money. I want to hear about what your thoughts on the show. And then if it's news, report the news the right way.
If it's their thought, then, dude, again, respect their person's opinion.
It's their thought. It's their thought.
If someone says, for example, you know what, I thought the show sucked. I didn't like this.
If you think the show sucks,
I'm giving you an example, bro.
No, you don't think it's okay, dude. If someone thinks TNA show sucks, I see your comment section.
But it's the way people present it, though. It's the way people present their opinions. Sometimes their opinions are just fucking
a drug addict.
And then they're biased about it. A lot of these folks out here that do these reviews and they say these things. But hold on. Now, American
Alucard just a hypocrite. He's a fucking hypocrite because he said, oh, this show sucks because Jeff Hardy's a drug addict. Yeah, he was all like, oh, I wouldn't care if Sting wrestles in WWE because he's old. Because he's old. Sting's old. Who cares if he wrestles? Alucard said that on the Heel Steven show. So I'm sorry, homie. I'm sorry.
No,
man.
That's what people say to me about Jeff Hardy. That's some reason people say that Jeff Hardy show is
following, and I want to see Alucard's reaction. I'm about to say something real quick.
Okay.
I want to see your reaction.
All right.
The reason why TNA been around for 13 because they've been lucky. Luck. That's what the fuck has been around.
I can't hear you. Say it again.
The reason why TNA is where it's at today for 13 long years because of luck. Luck. They're lucky that Spike TV picked them up in 2004, 2005 when WWE went back to USA because Spike TV was spiteful. So they brought in a wrestling promotion that was TNA. They were lucky. That guys like Kurt Angle and Jeff Hardy, but most of those right now, that I'm happy now they're in a better stage in their lives. At the time, were drug addicts, and they couldn't go anywhere else. So they went to TNA.
Jeff Hardy went to Ring of Honor.
But
there you go.
And they were lucky. They're lucky to this day that Dixie Carter's father is throwing in money for Dixie's vanity project.
And are you saying that as an opinion, or you just using an example?
He's saying that as a fact that TNA is lucky.
Yeah, it's luck.
Have been 13 years. The talent doesn't have anything to do with
when you think about it, and
the production value.
TNA.
Okay, hold on. Is this an example, or is this?
That's what he really feels.
I want to see his. I want to see his reaction.
Oh.
And give me an example.
And then let's hear his reaction to this one. WWE is fucking lucky they're still around. They're fucking lucky that they have Vince McMahon's bank account. They're fucking lucky that they have a bunch of old timers who are willing to come back to perform on these fucking networks, so that way these dumbasses can still be fucking relevant. Because that's how I really feel about the WWE, is that they're fucking lucky sometimes. They're lucky that The Rock can fucking come back anytime. They're lucky Brock Lesnar did not split back to the MMA. WWE would be screwed if Brock Lesnar would have left them, and that's a fucking fact. I don't care what anyone says. He's been their highest pay-per-view draw since he's returned. So you know what, WWE? You're fucking lucky that you have old-timers who actually give a shit about you. This man, you're lucky you treated those old-timers correctly, because all these new-timers, they won't fucking come back for you. The only guy who will come back to you is John Cena. And when John Cena is the legend that returns to face off against the younger talents, is the day that will be even more pathetic by WWE. That's my true honest thoughts about WWE.
Now, that was a Facebook status or a tweet. Alucard would have retweeted that, would have shared it, would have favorited it, would have liked it, would have commented. Amen, amen, amen.
Do you notice how Alucard had nothing bad to say about that? He's okay. He's sitting there.
No, he didn't respond to that one of them. Nobody about to say, can I respond, or do? Is it just American Alucard?
I just want Alucard to respond. I want to see how he reacts to both of them.
Which one? You have to repeat.
Both of them.
Try to remember what Hill Stevens said first.
Yeah, repeat what Hill Stevens said, and I'll respond to that one. Then I'll respond.
All right, I'll go again. Let me finish what I'm gonna say.
Speed this shit up.
All right, then I'm gonna speed this shit up then.
I want to get the Lucha Underground.
Bro, I'm about to be out this. I got work tomorrow morning.
I got work.
Like some people, but anywho, you see, the reason why TNA been around for 13 years is because of luck. They were lucky that Spike TV in 2004-2005 picked TNA up when WWE went back to USA Network, and Spike TV at the time, in spite, because they were mad that WWE left, they picked up TNA.
Okay, American respond.
No, I'm not done.
That's
I'm not
pretty
done.
much the rap.
I got more, bro. Thank you. They were lucky that guys like Kurt Angle and Jeff Hardy, who are now in a better place in their lives, at the time when they were in TNA, were drug addicts, and they had nowhere else to go, as far as a mainstream promotion is concerned. Work.
Ring of Honor is not mainstream. We're gonna get out.
Ring of Honor is an indie fed.
Okay.
I'm not done though. I'm not done yet.
Oh my gosh, Hill, damn.
Hey, dude, listen.
All right.
Hey, Alucard's been ducking me on my channel for months now.
This is what I'm saying. Let's respond, because you got a lot here that you're saying, and Chase got a lot. So
they were lucky. They were lucky. They're lucky till this day that Dixie Carter's father is throwing out money for Dixie Carter's vanity project. Okay. That's all that is for Dixie. It's a fucking vanity project. Listen, I said it before, and I'll say it again. TNA gonna be better off under new ownership. And matter of fact, now, listen, let's fast forward now a year. Now. TNA gonna be better off, not just under new ownership, but under a whole different management team. Bob Ryder has to go. Jay Lagan has to go. John Gabrick has to go. Dixie Carter has to go. What? You try to tell me you have faith in Dixie Carter?
Oh my gosh, American, go ahead, please respond. God damn, Hill. Chase, say something, please.
Well,
you taking that? That's too goddamn. Let this man respond.
Time out. Now, if that was a Facebook status or a tweet, oh my God, you're wrong. Hill Steve, at Hill Steven, you're wrong.
I want to hear the response. Respond.
And this should have been.
I respond.
And you would have tagged your friends. Adlar, do you believe this shit, bro?
I respond.
Because I want to hear the one that Chase respond too.
Now, I understand what you're saying. They're lucky to be on television with Spike because they lost WWE or whatever, and they're spiteful. But they were there for like what, 10 years? Luck only gets you so far. If they were if you were lucky, if they really suck, they could have just dropped them like that,
dude. Why would Spike drop them when they were TNA's highest rated show? And they used
exactly.
TNA.
That's not luck. That's not luck. You just
dude, it was luck though.
Being lucky. Lucky is being on Spike and only getting 100,000 views and being on there for 10 years. That's luck.
Put it this way. Do you think, listen, if put it this way, the reason why they were on Spike, because, again, Spike TV was spite, because they needed a wrestling fed. That's why they
didn't need a wrestling show.
They wanted wrestling.
They wanted wrestling.
He said they needed. They wanted the
same shit.
They could have brought on Ring of Honor if they just wanted wrestling fed.
Yeah, and Ring of Honor was what at the time? To be honest here,
they were on.
But Ring of Honor still had a cold following though. Like,
so still, they could have brought them on. Being lucky is not having any raise and still being there for 10 years.
Okay, America, I got your answer on that one. Let's go to Chase's question now.
But it's still I gotta get through the whole thing. What was the other one? Okay, after being lucky. Oh yeah,
guys like Kurt Angle. Notice how I just mentioned those two. I don't want to hear about Christian Cage. Don't throw out what about Booker T? No, I'm throwing out those two.
No. I'm talking.
Kurt
Okay,
Angle.
Jeff Hardy and Kurt Angle. Let's just say they didn't go to TNA. They would still get jobs. Their legend and their talent speaks for itself.
But do you think a company would want them with a track record?
He went to Japan.
Yeah, but do you think a company in America, I'm talking in America, I'm not talking around, I'm talking in America itself, would want someone with a track record like a Jeff Hardy with the felony charges and someone with Kurt Angle with...
What other companies are there in America? It's Ring of Honor, it's TNA, and WWE.
Yeah, exactly.
Who else is there?
TNA.
Ring of Honor. If you think Ring of Honor wouldn't have picked up Kurt Angle, drug charge all, you're insane. Ring of Honor would have jumped at the chance to get both of those guys.
Depending if they could have paid for them.
Yeah, so to say that's the only place they could have gone, these are world class athletes, drugs or not.
Dude, bro, you speaking that from a fan perspective. If you're a promoter,
if you would ask the head of New Japan in that time, do you want?
But what he's saying is like TNA's lucky they kind of fell onto their laps. You know, they are kind of lucky that Dixie Carter could pay for these guys. Because of all the money.
Now hold up. Now that's damage control. It's not really lucky then, because if they're another company, Ring of Honor, they could have got these guys. They could have got them in. They could have took a settlement.
But at that time, Ring of Honor, did they have Panda Energy? No, they didn't have.
They still had Jeff Hardy though. They still wouldn't pay for Jeff Hardy.
And who provided the funds for Jeff Hardy in TNA with Kurt Angle TNA? Panda Energy, Dixie's father.
Well, people have to get paid.
I don't know the behind the scenes backstory on all of that.
Now check out Chase's analogy now.
Chase's
example.
I'm still more. Now, I forgot. Okay, after the people being there, what was the other one?
No, that apparently, yeah, you know.
I think that was it.
TNA would be better with Dizzy Carter.
Oh,
we all know what TNA was before Dizzy Carter. Jeff Jarrett was basically running the company into the ground.
You are literally defending Dixie Carter.
How? But how?
Well, hold on. I agree with that one. Jeff wasn't just gold. Hold up. And now I remember on the episode, me and you agreed on that one. Jeff wasn't the best source for TNA as well.
He said he was about to close TNA.
Exactly. So me and you was in
agreement
at one point.
Where's the source for that?
Who?
The Stone Cold Steve on the podcast with Dixie Carter. Yeah, she might be lying, but most of the but I don't think so. Why would you? That's something. And Jeff Jarrett hasn't.
Do you have faith in Dixie Carter?
I think Jeff Jarrett's a terrible owner. I'm just saying that Dixie Carter is terrible as well.
I wouldn't trust Dixie Carter with a bar, yet alone a restaurant, yet alone a wrestling fed.
I don't know. From hearing some of it though, I think Dixie made smarter choices than what Jeff was doing. Because I heard Jeff's story of the turmoil, what was going on, and I heard another interview by somebody else in the backstage area about Jeff and what he was doing, and then what Dixie was doing. It seemed like Dixie made a lot of more safe choices, and Jeff was kind of being a little.
And being safe in business is not the right way to go.
But then look what Jeff Jarrett's doing now. He is not. If he would have had the keys to TNA, it would have been out of business a long time ago. He already said that he was about to sell the company. So under Jeff Jarrett's control, if he would have kept it, there would be no TNA. Dizzy Carter took control for him and got television deals in different countries, kept TNA afloat even with her father's money or whatever. It's family money. You can't have her using her family's money.
What did Shane McMahon want to talk to Dixie Carter about? I want to know what the conversation would have been about. I want to know that one. And
then when you look at the products, let's compare products. WWE to TNA. If you're saying Vince McMahon, okay, yeah, he's selling business, whatever, that's off his legacy. That's WWE. Without Vince McMahon, WWE's gonna sell. It could be Joe Bum off the street, whatever, put him in Vince McMahon's spot. WWE's still gonna make money. Product. Dizzy Carter is putting on a better show than WWE. Vince McMahon, with all these resources he has, he still sucks. He puts out the worst product.
That's not fair. I don't know if that's fair, American. I mean, because with WWE right now, he's set WWE up to like they're good right now. I mean, now if you was to say that back in the Attitude Era, like, oh, WWE can do without Vince McMahon, I disagree. But right now it's unfair to say it right now because he's hell. WWE set them almost.
It's coasting. It's coasting. It's not. They don't have to prove. They don't try. They don't even try to prove anything.
Because they don't.
Like TNA tries to improve stuff. Oh, great young talent such as Kurt Angle. Woohoo.
EC3.
Let's go off what people were doing in WWE.
Both of y'all just shooting. You and America just shooting right now because now TNA they do actually going by with newer talent and what they
Bram. He's arrested. Oh, Samuel Shaw, no longer
that's out of control, though. I mean, hold on.
Gunner was such a great new star. Yeah, Gunner.
I mean, what they're trying.
Garrett Bischoff.
They're not having to bring back old guys. But I used to always bash WWE for bringing back old guys or back. Well, I remember I was bashing TNA for bringing old guys in. But that was a gimmick, though. That was a gimmick match, though. I mean,
let's bring back
all the young talents that they built. Crimson, remember Crimson, such a young talent. But hold up,
though. And Hill, me used to always agree on certain things. Now, with the whole Crimson and Matt Morgan, you notice they didn't go over. They put that younger talent over, right? Correct? Am I wrong?
They didn't put him over at all, man. They fucking buried Crimson into Bound for Glory series.
No, that's what I'm. No. What I'm saying is, now what did they when they brought him back? They used him as a stepping stone. They used him, Matt Morgan, and Vader as stepping stones
for Bram.
Yeah, for Bram, but it's not like Crimson was just like big star.
For all we know, Vader could have been John Gabrick in a mask.
That was Vader.
Could have been John
Gabrick
in a fucking mask.
But what I'm saying is this is like. Was Crimson really that big of a star for TNA? He could have been a big star, but like Alicor says,
I never liked the Crimson. I thought that was
Crimson. He was more over in OVW with the coalition gimmick.
I couldn't.
All right, hold up. Can I finish real quick? I'm just saying, like Alicor says, well, WWE has all these chances to improve, but they're not improving whatsoever. And it's like TNA had all these chances to improve, but they're not improving whatsoever. What's different with TNA? Let's see. Another year with a faction war. That sounds interesting and fun. Another random Kurt Angle title run. Yeah, sounds about right. Another year where their younger guys do go over, but a lot of people don't seem to care. Yeah, sounds about right.
Well, most of what you're stating out there, like the Kurt Angle title run, it wasn't a random one. It was set up properly for EC3 to beat him. I saw that a mile away. Anybody could see that a mile away. It was because the feud was EC3 and Kurt Angle. So yes, get Kurt.
Honestly,
I did not want to see EC3 beat Bobby Lashley. I did not want to see him beat Bobby Lashley.
No, he should have. He should have.
Thank you. Well,
because Bobby Lashley's a destroyer. This guy is a beast. Who can beat this man? No one can beat Lashley. Here comes EC3. He beats Lashley. Holy fucking shit. This guy over like $1 million. Holy
and then that post-match promo backstage on Impact, that would have been the icing on the cake.
Mm-hmm.
Or if not, you know what? EC3 versus Bobby Roode. And Bobby Roode being the champ, and then EC3 beat him at Slammiversary, not on a taping episode.
Yeah, like I'm just saying when it comes down to it, Alicor says, well, TNA's improved. It's like, really? They seem to follow the same pattern every year. They seem to be look, I defended TNA on Aces and Eights. I don't want to hear that I'm some TNA hater. I've claimed on here that WWE sucks dick right now, so I don't want to be known as some WWE fanboy, as Alicor threw out there.
Well, what I'm saying by the king, you're cleansed.
I'm just saying, when it comes down to it, TNA is not that improved, and my thing with
TNA to now TNA, way better.
Aren't you the guy that also said, well, stop comparing Eric Young from other heels in the past? Don't fucking let's compare TNA in 2015 to what it is like right now. It's bad, and you enable this shit. You sit here and enable it. You enable it. You make it sound like it's better than it is. You don't let fans freaking give their opinions on it. You don't let fans say if it's trash or not. You freaking get mad about that shit. People can trash WWE. Guess what? Most of us WWE fans, yeah, they'll trash it. Sure. Why not trash it? We know it's bad, but it's a guilty pleasure for us to watch. We still watch professional wrestling because we can't grow out of it. I still watch TNA. I think TNA's trash, but guess what? I can't stop watching TNA because I want to make sure that
that's different. You pay for everything. You spend your money, so you can do that. You have that privilege, right? You purchased.
Yeah,
But
I'm just
now
that sounds like a smart ass remark. I'm sorry that I like to pay my money and stuff like that.
in closing out, I'm happy that Lucha Underground is supposed to be back. I thought the last episode was excellent. Lucha Underground is a breath of fresh air.
Notice how Lucha Underground hasn't even been around for a year, and yet they have an identity.
Yeah, they have an identity. They know what they are.
Even though there's a lot I bashed about it with to Americans, to everybody else, I bashed a lot about it. But I love the final episode. It's not supposed to be a part reality. It was a lot of fantasy in it. But hey, I don't think they're going for a reality angle.
See, to me, I think Lucha Underground understands what needs to be with wrestling, and it needs to be a TV show. WWE feels too goofy and realistic. TNA, goofy and realistic. Lucha Underground, it feels like you're actually watching a TV show. I'm not a big fan of it because it's just weird stuff, some of the stuff they do, but shit, at least they're a TV show. You can actually show this to your friends, and they could actually probably get behind of it. And also, I find the lucha style of wrestling very sloppy sometimes, and it's really hard to watch.
I think TNA is too realistic and everything is groundbreaking. Everything is groundbreaking. This is groundbreaking. This is groundbreaking. I think that's overrated. Now, WWE, I think yes, they're goofy and trying to be too realistic. I think those are the parts that are fucking with me with TNA and WWE. But Lucha Underground, they're filling in that we're TV, we're entertainment, we're not real at all. We're something.
That's great, good.
I like the shots that they took at WWE with the whole "we're not cashing this in" type shit. I like the shots they try to take, but Lucha Underground has a breath of fresh air. NXT, I still don't know where the fuck they're aiming for that one. I don't know.
It's just a wannabe developmental brand. It's just a wannabe territory type booking that Triple H is doing. The takeover specials is all the thing that matters about NXT.
And Ring of Honor, to that person that asked me that comment about Ring of Honor,
Ring of Honor, listen, I'll be real with you. Ring of Honor, if you really want to get into it, just watch the pay-per-views.
That's it.
Pay-per-views. That's
how NXT is.
Or if
you want to get into NXT, just watch the pay-per-views.
Or if not, if it comes to your town, be there.
Okay.
That pretty much describes Ring of Honor.
Same with NXT. I would say NXT Weekly is like, sure, you'll have one thing that's kind of funny, kind of cool, but then after that, it's like, who cares?
So all around, is everybody excited about Lucha Underground returning?
Yeah, it's good for wrestling. More wrestling companies.
Yeah, good for more wrestling companies, but I never really got into Lucha Underground. I don't know.
Here's the difference between Alucard and I. Not a fan of Lucha Underground, but yet I praise it. Just being there, just pouring that out there.
Well, all around the panel, looks like everybody's happy that Lucha Underground will be returning. But one more jab at TNA. I think they really fucked up with that whole Hernandez situation. I think that was the dumbest thing I ever heard of and seen thus far.
Let's put it this
way.
Well, but Dave Meltzer reported that. Is that a lie?
No, Hernandez, the contract situation.
Dave, he wasn't the first that reported that I heard.
He reported it.
But he did report it. Give him his credit. He did report it as one of the ones that reported it.
I'm just saying. I thought Dave Meltzer was a liar.
You got to think about Dave Meltzer and his life. Look, next year, this is what he's gonna report. I like clockwork.
And why do you care so much?
Look, no. Listen, this is because he's supposed to be this beacon of knowledge, the biggest wrestling fan or wrestling reporter. He tells the truth all the time or whatever. This is the lie he's gonna tell. Watch. Next year, TNA is getting canceled. When they get a contract, they're getting canceled and so and so. Somebody's not getting paid.
But America, you have to let that pass though, man. I mean, but you gotta look at it. That's some of these.
That's what he does.
They have to sell out sometimes.
So much, bro. Like, bro. I mean, listen, dude. Listen, time out. Listen. Let me ask you a question. Now, let's assume Javier Hernandez was the other way around. Let's say he was contracted to TNA, and he went to Lucha Underground. And TNA did what Lucha Underground did. Well, would that have been fucked up?
And they have done that. They've done that with Ring of Honor.
No, but I'm saying though, I'm talking about the Hernandez situation. If it was TNA, the one that hit Lucha Underground, hey, let's just so you guys know, the guy's still under contract with us, so you can't play your shit. And if TNA would have pulled that, would they have been fucked up? No. At the end of the day,
didn't they steal Kenny King from Ring of Honor?
No, Kenny King went over by himself.
But he was still the Ring of Honor contract.
Yeah. That's what Kenny King is famous for now. Just like, hey, I'm leaving this side. I'm leaving that side.
Now
And
he's
it
back
wasn't an exclusive deal. The only problem with Hernandez was it was an exclusive deal. And like when TNA tried to bring in El Patron, they wanted him on an exclusive deal. I mean, we can get into talking about all that. It's great finding, but I'm like I said, happy about the Lucha Underground situation. I don't want to hold these guys up too damn long because it seems like, man, we got some good dynamics of ideas and points of views that need to be heard. And I'm
I
happy
guarantee
to
you, and I guarantee you, in a couple of weeks, Al are gonna tag me and Chase in the tweet and tag you in. You see the fuckery, bro? You see the fuckery?
Yeah, he's going to.
Because I just can't stand. Look,
Bro,
if you're supposed, if
sometimes
you're supposed to be the
dude,
beacon
listen, dude.
of wrestling,
Dude, listen, end of the day, bro, you guys just say fuck it. Who gives a shit, dude?
Yeah.
you know that's how oppression starts, right?
But you know what?
When
I think we need people like
that's
America.
okay,
Though.
it's okay
We need
to
others.
not lie to my
We
face.
don't need we don't need
okay.
people.
We need
people,
some with a different opinion.
T-Sean, people like American a la carte it's like people like American a la carte make other people wish TNA would die just to see their reaction. And I've heard so many people say, man, I hope TNA dies just so I can see what American a la carte says and freaks out about it. It's the truth, man.
But
You a la carte, you have a bad rep with a lot of people, man. I don't think you realize this. Because you don't realize this, though, dude.
He has some followers. He has some people that like
he has some followers, but I'm just saying, like, when it comes down to him, it's like he's not going to be loved and be invited by most people's YouTube channels to do live shows and stuff. And
because most of them lie. You got to think about people that don't like me. Wrestling Jesus, long time WWE fan, but he's been bashing TNA for years without any kind of sense.
But
that's Wrestling Jesus' gimmick.
America, you gotta understand this though, and I'm gonna try to wrap it. I'm gonna let Hill say what he's gonna say, but you gotta let it be like this. A lot of these people, they have to
keep up the
fight. Okay, hold up. You have comedians. Yeah, people that's just trying to be comedians on social media. Hell, they probably have a shitty day at work or whatever. They're trying to be comedians and be funny.
Again,
yeah, people they're just trying to kiss ass for views.
Just 2 months, bro. Just 2 months.
Dude, he won't last 2 minutes. He won't last one episode of Impact.
I mean, when I just can't stand. I can't stand around to see lies and fucking.
And I tell you what,
dude, you let the lies of WWE
Chase,
go through.
Listen, Alcar, if you do this for 2 months, I guarantee me and Chase will start reviewing Stardom. That's the deal.
You're gonna make me watch that Japanese wrestling shit?
On that note, he talking about some reviewing Stardom and shit. Man, I want to thank everybody for viewing in. Let's Talk Media. WOW.
Hey,
wow.
don't hurt Alcar feeling that he loves Stardom. That's the number one.
I ain't watching Stardom.
I want him to try to defend some.
You can't get me to watch Stardom.
But Chase, why don't you like? Why if you never watched Stardom, how do you know you don't like it?
I watched like few matches that you fucking
tried.
I watched a few. When I said Sasha Banks and Bayley was good, Sasha Banks versus Becky was good. You sent me some Kana match. You sent me some Locherie. You sent me this tag match that wasted my time. I was like, what the fuck is this?
We had agreements. Everybody got work tomorrow, man. Let's do work because I don't want to talk about no damn Stardom.
See, so
WOW.
So T-shirt. So now you know the feeling.
You know the feeling we get.
I've been hold on. I've sat there and watched Stardom like that. But this is my only thing. My argument is that I can't get into it.
Commentary.
You know, I'm a storyline and action and wrestling. Like what Chase was alluding to.
That's how you saying it, and Alcar ain't respond. Oh, how did? But if we were to say it, oh my god, how dare you do that?
We done had too many arguments. I'm sorry because I think our arguments get a little more heated off air like that about Stardom. We done fussed a little bit too much about that. He knows already.
He's respect to the in-ring product. He'll say like, "Oh man, Stardom is a good product. I just don't like it because it's Japanese."
That shit.
I can't get into it. It's just too hard for me to get into it.
Again, you can't go a month. A month you can't go. If someone were to bash TNA on Twitter or in a video, just bite your tongue, bro. Because I guarantee you.
Okay, but does it go the same way if I say, man, that was a good match? I really
y'all are gonna go another fucking hour. Chase, what's your Twitter, Facebook?
I'm not
Hill, come on, man. We ain't finna go no whole fucking another hour, dude, with that
Hey, listen,
shit.
I seen y'all do stream at 6 in the morning, bro.
Chase, what's your Twitter and Facebook?
I can do it. I just want to ask, So if I just comment, hey, that was a good match, and somebody says,
Yeah, good
man,
match.
TNA sucks
Yeah,
because they don't have any money.
Don't respond.
I mean, hold up. We can continue this in the room off air.
Yeah,
Everybody give their sites and shit like that.
Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Check out my channel, youtube.com/HeelSteven. Like I said, I might be moving to the fight community because, again, but anywho, check out
What's
the
the fight community? What's that?
MMA.
Boxing,
Okay.
all that. Check out the Team Up podcast.
So pretty much all Triple G fights because boxing's dead.
Hey, listen, you know how,
He's only interested in boxing. That's why I said only Triple G fights. Maybe Canelo.
How dare you make fun of Triple G? Triple G
I'm not
best.
making fun of him. I'm saying he's good.
You see where I'm going there, though? You see?
Yeah.
See? Okay.
But like it's only Triple G and what Canelo, right, Steven? That's the only boxers worth a damn.
Andre Ward, David Lemieux.
Okay, no one gives a fuck. Andre Ward can't finish a fucking pillow fight, man. He can't finish a fucking pillow fight, dog.
They're talking over my head. I don't know what the fuck you're
Sean
talking
Porter.
Danny, you lost me there, dude. Fuck that shit.
about. Okay, Chase.
AB, always balling. You know, AB, always
Danny
balling.
Garcia.
About billions. About, whatever. About business.
You can follow me on Twitter at ChaseOliver68. Check out my YouTube channel, just Chase Oliver, because Google Hangouts is stupid and won't let me have Chase Oliver68. I do SoundCloud. And stuff like that. Yeah, you can follow SoundCloud. I have podcasts, stuff like that. So that's pretty much it.
American.
Guy on internet who doesn't like
Change
reviews.
that fucking name.
No. There are still lying douchebags on the
I don't give a fuck.
American, you don't have to explain that. You go ahead and continue your page. Really.
Change the name, dude. It's better. American a la carte is such a better name than guy on the internet who doesn't laugh reviews.
Yeah,
it's way better than Dave Meltzer because he lies.
Do you have any idea how many people on who don't like
American? We need the rest of your plugs.
And I think same thing on Twitter, and that's pretty much it.
You're still at American a la carte on Twitter. You're not guy on the internet who doesn't live reviews on Twitter.
If you type it in, it goes to the same.
Either way, it goes to the same page. I was gonna say, T-Sean the One. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Facebook. Also, do add yourself to the group, WrestlingTalkMedia, the group. YouTube, Good Nation Entertainment. That's Good Nation ENT. Get a lot of content from there. Shout out to the good girls, and my girls will be uploading the video. I see she looking at me crazy. A couple of them over here, they're going to be uploading some videos onto the Good Girl Network, which we're on right now.
So and on a twerking channel.
Oh, yes. And y'all say y'all want to put some new content on this month. And so they say they want to put more content on this particular channel because they try to build this up.
I've seen it on wrestling show. I love it.
I'm liking it because I've been getting I got some messages in the what's called. People they like the variety. So cool, and kudos to the good girls, and shout out to Boo Goody. She just who's on, I guess, American a la carte screen right there. She had a little baby boy. So congratulations to her. And more parties are coming the way of y'all following T-Sean Jason on Facebook or whatever like that. We're going to continue this discussion outside of the live zone. So for those of y'all that like viewing in, check out all of us. And I guess we have to do this again. Week of Wrestling. Wow.
On a Friday. Or on a better timing. Anywho. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Until next video. That's always my catchphrase.
Well, yeah, I should say subscribe